You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Tyler and Dave Annie play old games. The Ian Asylum. So, we're back, and we are going to be playing an old game, because I imagine people have been doing this for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still an old game. But first, I want to introduce back to the show. It's been a while. We love him. We miss him. John Turley.
What's up, guys?
Oh, yeah, I'm your beard host, Tyler, by the way. But yeah, that's John Turley.
Yeah. I'm here.
So what's up, guys? How's your weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been pretty bad for all of us. I feel like.
Yeah. It's been a week. It feels like it's been weeks all crammed into a week.
It does feel like it's been longer than the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been bad. Yeah, to answer your question, it's been bad. I mean, I could go into as much detail as I'm legally able to, if you'd like.
Same.
Yeah, but it's been bad.
John and I have experienced the same bad week.
Yes.
Just from different chairs, but it's just been shitty, man.
It has
Everything
sucked.
just keeps getting worse, and it's like,
Well, don't worry. You just look at that Christmas debt that'll pop back up at the 1st of February. So it's it's gonna get worse. It's fine.
No, I absolutely know that. I do. It's just been, it's sad. Every year, I think this is going to be the one. This year is going to be the one
It's
where
the year of
everything
Ian.
gets better. Nope.
It's always the
So
year.
far,
of
so
Shmiya.
good. So far, we're right on track for it being just like the last few. So that's enough depressing business
Yeah.
from me. I'm going to try to keep that out of my voice now.
I'm going to try to sound happy now.
No, it's all good.
Everything's great.
We did have an interesting thing come up today here at TADPOG.
That's true.
We had our first actual conference call.
Yeah.
We had a conference
You're right.
call.
Baby's first conference.
As-
Baby's first TADPOG
as
related
TADPOG.
conference call.
I was like, what is going on? This sounds
Yeah,
serious.
John was especially confused.
We're on our suits. John comes in his footy pajamas.
Yeah.
I have interesting things to say.
Uh-huh.
We have been working with our good friend Choctopus, longtime listener
Of Goof Troop fame.
Yes.
Of course, it's Choctopus of Choctopus fame.
Right.
He just happened to be on an episode of Goof Troop.
He came to see us for Goof Troop a long time ago, but he has a neat little company, and it's called, their website is bossbattles.gg, and we are going to be working with them to make a merch drop. We're going to do a limited edition TADPOG t-shirt drop. And right now we're in the early phases of it. We're going to be, the design is underway, and we're going to start talking about all that good stuff soon. And then we're here before too long. It's going to be a limited run.
Yep.
And we're going to try to get as many of you guys interested in this as we can, because we'd love to get these new shirts out there. If you want to go look at some of the work they've got, again, that site is bossbattles.gg.
Yeah. Choctopus has artists doing shit. So.
Yeah, we're going to have professionals doing it, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of things attached to it.
We had a professional doing it before, but
Yeah.
another professional.
A different group of professionals. But we're going to have a lot of cool things attached to it, and we just wanted to let everyone know now to stay tuned for more information. We're going to be talking about it at the top of each show going forward until we go live and then some. So if you have any questions you want to ask, I probably can't tell you very much, but feel free to...
If you got any questions, don't. We'll let you know.
Feel free to hit me up with anything you may have on the Discord, which is bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. We're always in there. And I'm excited. It sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, we did. We had a conference call about it today. It was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you guys sounded like very professional.
Yes.
We are. We're the consummate professionals.
So hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
So
save some money is what we're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We're like we're talking about how to like. I don't know why I got so aggressive.
Listen, man.
I did. I came
Put
in
some
like
money
I came
aside.
in like set some fucking money aside because these shirts. I'm making sure they're expensive. All right. Choctopus is like, please God, don't make them expensive. I'm like, fuck it, gotta be expensive. Just kidding. I'm only saying that because when you see the actual price of shirts, you'll be like, oh, thank God.
which one
actually
is
reasonable.
Dave, the money guy? Who's the Dave?
Oh, Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Yeah, Dave Moore Ramsey. Just get aggressive. Yes, save your money.
I'm okay with same-sex marriages. Don't do that to me.
And a lot of other awful things that he endorses.
Don't put that evil
You're
on me.
right.
I didn't know that about Dave Ramsey.
It kind of
Oh my God!
Okay,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I
He
didn't
has
know.
his envelope system of everything you save.
Yeah,
he has an
I've heard of
envelope
that.
at his house for sexual harassment payments, so that he has to save up for because his company. Yeah, I was watching the TikTok drama on that.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I haven't seen that.
claims in his company. So
Here's an idea. T-shirt envelope.
perfect.
Get an envelope out. Go to your closet. Open the door. Put a little box of envelopes. Take an envelope out. Every week you put in, I don't know, $500, and then when we announce where you can buy these shirts, you'd be like, time to cash in.
You only have to put in another couple of hundred by that
You'll
time.
be-
Just a couple
probably-
weeks, you'll be able to make your down
You'll
payment.
probably have enough.
You could probably get two. You could probably
You
get
might
one for
almost. You
for
could
a friend.
almost get two.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll even ask Choctopus about financing. We could do a financing thing.
Yeah.
Maybe 30-40% interest. That's not bad for a
Yeah.
T-shirt of
It's really
this
not.
exceptional quality.
You know what's good business? Those paycheck advance places.
Yes.
So you just go.
Those are solid.
I mean, they do make a lot of money.
Tell you what.
If
Do that.
if green
Yeah.
capitalism is
Yeah.
the point, they're great at what they
What's
do.
what's your definition of good? Because that's can be measured in several different ways.
Oh,
The
yeah.
new Tadpog T-shirt.
They're doing evil well.
Yeah.
Financed by Credova.
Yeah. No, go
terrible.
right now and get a paycheck advance and put that aside, and you'll have enough money, maybe, if you're
Maybe.
lucky, to buy one of these limited edition exclusive T-shirts. Don't do it. Don't do any of the things we just said,
But-
except for the T-shirt
Except for,
envelope.
yeah,
Like put $5 in a T-shirt envelope for the next few weeks, and you'll have enough probably to get that shirt.
it's going to be cool. It really is. I'm excited for it.
excited.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
too.
excited for it. It's going to be awesome. I know John's already said we got one.
We got one.
John's
so that is one
That's-
less T-shirt out there for you guys to buy.
Yeah, tell
That's how much
Amazon.
that's how much I believe. Like I know I will love it. So I'm
It's
throwing
going to be
in right now.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
This
I
is not
believe
going to be like what we did in the past, where the T-shirts are just out there for you to buy whenever you
They
feel
might
like
be
it.
art, might be fake T-shirts by somebody who janked everything.
Yeah.
They're NFT shirts.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dave Moore has never told me anything was awesome that wasn't actually awesome. So I'm going strictly off that.
Cheers. I'll drink to that. Gulp.
Glug.
Well, since we all had sounds like bangers of weeks. How about a little therapy, a fun little therapy session? Oops, all drafts.
We'll be doing some drafts today, people.
I'm
In
excited.
our second segment,
I have lots of opinions.
as opposed to, and I would say this counts
about
as an old
meaningless
game.
things.
Yeah, that's what I'm
People-
saying.
yeah,
I'm sure they've been
people
doing
have
drafts
been-
for forever,
Yeah.
right?
I get it now.
The
I'm
Romans
only,
used to do it or something. I
I'm
don't
only
know.
5, maybe 6 minutes behind you right now, Tyler. Yeah, we're gonna do that today. We're gonna play Speed Racer
Yep.
for the next time,
Yep.
but for now,
Unless it'll be Scott Pilgrim, hopefully for the next 3 weeks after this.
okay.
So eventually,
Eventually, we will
Racer.
do Speed Racer.
eventually.
I've got my Speed Racer envelope. I'm putting money in each week.
Yeah. we had we made a decision that we were just gonna try to relax and have a little fun.
Yeah, we got John Turley. We have bad weeks. John Turley will help make those bad weeks better, and we'll all draft together. 4-man drafts of what? Ian, you posted a Google Doc up there for people to contribute ideas
I did.
to a draft segment.
I still have no idea what we're drafting. So.
We don't either.
We don't either.
Awesome. That makes me happy. I like for everyone to be as ill prepared as I am.
That's why we're doing this.
Cool.
We got a lot of responses on the
Damn.
form. We got 22 separate responses, each with multiple ideas for drafts.
How's that for engagement?
That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Maybe I should make a form about buying a T-shirt.
Maybe.
Just
like
saw
that
one
idea.
of them.
So I guess we're doing that one. Whatever John's laughing about. Is that a draft option?
Yes.
We're doing that one then. Because John loves it. Listen to him.
No, it's just
It's like he's got like the Joker toxin coursing through his veins.
It was exactly the kind of thing I would expect the community to throw out there.
Well, let's do it.
It's doo-doos. It's
Top 5. Well, that's on there.
yeah. I figured.
I'm gonna skim through the suggestions.
All right, and we guess which one John reacted to.
Oh, then
You won't have to guess.
Well, I do because no one's told me what it is.
okay. We've got. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who responded to the form.
Very
All
much,
I
yeah.
only posted this on the.
Hey, I found a cock ring in my pocket.
Nice. Can I have it?
No, I'm gonna need this later. Look at that. I was like, what's that? I
Did
feel.
you grab it thinking it was a hair tie?
I don't know why it's in my pocket.
Makes note. Possible band name.
It's
Cock ring
Cock
in my
ring in
pocket.
But that's what it is, and it's in my pocket.
I think you just
based on
blessed the
real
show,
Crimp.
really.
Yeah.
Crimp. Cock ring in my pocket.
I'm pretty sure that's a good
Oh, that
omen
should work.
for an omen reader.
It's definitely not a bad omen.
You dog, you down with crimp?
This doesn't sound right. I don't know. It sounds a little off-brand. All right, I'm just going to skim through these. And if we think of anything else we want to talk about before we start drafting, please.
We do this and offer 5 totally different ideas from the list.
That's on brand too. You watching anything? I know you said if we want to talk about anything before we do this. Are you watching anything?
All I've watched is My Hero Academia this week.
Okay.
I fucking love it. It's so good. I cannot get enough. There have been moments in this show that have made me emotional. Like I've been like, I'm not fucking crying. You're fucking crying. It's good shit. I really dig it. I dig it.
Naruto did that to me several times.
It starts
Naruto's
off
good like that.
It starts off pretty, typical, but I think it gets really deep. It starts getting really deep about midway through season 2, and you really start to feel it. So
They do that shit to you in anime. Like it's where it's like, oh man, it's gonna go so like fast and furious, and then all of a sudden we're gonna turn on the crying music, and you
Yeah.
hear it before anything's even happening, and you're like, oh fuck, god damn it, you're gonna make me cry.
They're lubing up my eye holes.
right,
there are moments
sucking
in
on my
it-
eye tits.
on my eye tits. There are moments at the beginning of the series where they try to get you that way, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
The protagonist cries a lot. And it's at points you start to think, okay, all right, come on. You can pat him on the back. All right, now that's enough. You can fucking stop crying now. It's cool. But then they like kind of let up on that, and then they hit you with the good shit, the good emotional shit. So I know I've talked to quite a few people that have either said they weren't interested in it or they started it and didn't, keep watching.
Yeah.
Paul, I think, Rhythm Master Paul Korn said he was watching the show, but then he stopped watching it so he could just read the manga. So
Manga, but okay.
manga. Sorry, Scott.
Actually.
I think there's something in my palate with that giant bump in the top of roof of my mouth that makes me just automatically say manga.
Well, as long as you have a condition, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Mouth
I have a doctor's note, Tyler.
Get off. Yeah, mouth tits.
But I do recommend it. I do recommend the show. It's fun.
I haven't tried it. Like I said, the next that generation. Well, I guess My Hero is definitely older, but
Your hero, more like your hero.
my hero. Because I remember like the big 3 being Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. The one I don't watch, One Piece. Then like the next generation after that was like Fairy Tale something, and then I feel like My Hero was like the bridge right there between like those generations. So I didn't get to it, but I wanted to. Paul personally texted me several times about how good it was.
I feel like it's a fairly recent show. I mean, I don't feel like
It's not, it's a few years, not very old. You're right. There's not so much to like. I couldn't not watch it. Like I can't go back. I think I want to watch One Piece now. How many 2,000 episodes of One Piece or some shit?
I don't think it's at that point. But
God.
I tend to judge the age of shows if I don't immediately know when they came out by whether or not they're using smartphones in the show. And they do use smartphones in My Hero Academia. So I think it's recent.
Pulls out his Motorola StarTAC. Ooh, this one's old.
Goes to a payphone. Oh, geez, this must be Golden Boy. But anyway, yeah, that's really it. I don't have a whole lot for the horror hole this week, because I've spent all my time when I'm not at my job watching My Hero Academia and playing Overwatch. That's all I do right now.
That doesn't sound too bad.
It's okay, except I was just telling John, every time I sit down to try and enjoy myself, I find it hard to get into the moment because I know this is going to end and I'm going to have to go back to work tomorrow.
Here, let me give you this cock ring. You know what? I've changed my mind. You do need this.
You need this more than I do.
Brotherhood of the Traveling Cock Ring. Just keep passing around when the next person needs a good day.
Next band name, Brotherhood of Traveling Cockroach.
That is it's a really good one.
I'm really writing these down.
YouTube's not gonna like it, but
Blank ring in my pocket.
Clock ring.
clock ring, yeah. I saw that hot new movie everybody's talking about. Doctor Strange and the
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I saw
How did
that.
you feel
I
about
haven't seen
that?
it yet.
Oh man, that makes me feel so much better.
I'm going to.
God, I love you.
It's like on the list,
God, I love you. Man, you even say it's on the list like I do. Man, Jesus. We should live together again.
We could be way, way behind on like pop culture stuff together.
And play Naruto on the GameCube.
Yeah.
We could be behind in
good
games
times.
too.
Back when it was
We'd
okay
still be
for
playing that if we lived together.
And you'd be even further behind in pop culture.
That is true.
Well, back then when my body could handle all the copious amounts of Oreos and Nikki's sweet tea back then over at that apartment.
Technically, it still can. It's just one day it's going to stop.
Yep.
and I'm going to need lots and lots of insulin.
Possibly resuscitation by medical
So buy some shirts so Tyler can afford his insulin.
It's for insulin, people. It's for a good cause.
So expensive. This pre-insulin.
No. He doesn't have to afford the insulin. He
It's
just
like a
has to
juice
afford
box.
the trip to Canada.
Doctor Strange was good. It was good. It's one of those where it's like, I shouldn't have slept on that, but it wouldn't have changed. You know what I mean? I definitely still would have slept
I've seen
on
the
it.
first one, but I just haven't seen that.
It's better than the first one.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it's
That's what
good.
I hear.
It's
I
good.
hear it's got like a little bit of a horror element to it almost.
It does.
It was
It does.
intended to have a lot more of a horror element than it ended
They
up
walk
with.
that back a little bit.
But the
Sam
director changed.
Yeah, Sam Raimi taking over.
The Raimi was showing for
It
sure,
was.
and that's a
It
good
was.
thing.
I like that.
It was as
So-
Raimi as it gets. I
Yeah.
mean, there were so many there were Evil Dead elements in it. You know, I mean, you
Okay.
could just see if you know his style, you hear and see the things that he does. Apparently,
This is how disconnected I am. I didn't know Sam Raimi was the director of that movie. And now I want to see that movie a lot more than I did.
Yeah, it helps, right?
I like the meme of the Trojan horse coming up to the gates of Troy, and the horse above it has what Doctor Strange and the
Yeah.
of Madness, and then inside the horse is Evil Dead 4.
pretty much. I mean,
Nice.
it could work.
Yeah, I
In
could
a-
see
in a couple
that.
of ways.
It's definitely
It's a
got.
little-
It's got like it's its nails are filed. You know,
It's still a Marvel movie.
It's
right?
still a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as to say it's toothless, but it ain't like I mean, a
Right,
tree
right.
ain't raping nobody. And fucking Doctor Strange
Exactly.
twice. He did that twice.
I'm kind of behind. I'm
case
kind
you
of
missed
behind
it
on
the
the
first
show. I assume tree rape has been brought up even more.
Yeah. Well, look,
Okay.
I'm just saying, if a man puts it in 2 movies, it's worth talking about.
It was.
I didn't put it on film, John.
Are there any original kills
I
in
didn't
this?
commit it to physical media twice in my life.
You kind of did.
It's not physical. It's download. It's all
That's
digital.
digital. He committed it to digital.
Homie, that shit's probably
not-
in like the Library of Congress. I mean, you know?
Right. But yeah, it is. It is a good movie. But the guy that was originally directing it, whose name eludes me at the moment, was going to take it to that level, to the point where they were going to have to decide, is this going to have to be rated R? And then they were trying to control his creative process so much that he backed out, and Sam Raimi took over.
Is Deadpool rated R?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going
It's
to
the
be.
only like rated R Marvel movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no.
Logan.
Old Man. Oh, or Logan.
Are any of the Blades?
Yeah. Blade is PG. Ooh, Blade might be R. Actually, Blade might be
Yeah.
R.
Yeah, I never saw him. So.
I would
Dude,
imagine
Logan-
Blade is R because it's
Logan
pretty
was so
violent.
fucking
That was
good.
R, right?
God damn, that movie was so good.
I think R. I think Logan was R.
Yeah. Oh, I
But-
mean, the very first word in it is fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I remember watching that shit in the theater being like, oh, that's how this is going to be, huh? Like,
They're letting us know early.
Just right out the gate.
So Deadpool was rated R, and both of them were, but it was still under the control of Fox at the time.
Okay.
Since then, Disney has acquired Fox and the rights to Deadpool, but they've insisted that they're not going to dumb it down and make it less racy, and it's going to stay rated
we'll
R.
see.
We will see.
Man, there are, and speaking of Logan and X-Men and all that, there are some cameos in Doctor Strange that's really, really good.
There's
And
that whole scene.
It's really good.
is So we were laughing our
Yeah.
asses off at that scene. And truthfully, if you look, there's a specific scene. I won't get into too many details, but the movie is titled "The Multiverse of Madness."
Mm-hmm.
They introduce some characters that we've never seen before in Marvel films from Disney, and that is a direct result of Disney acquiring Fox. That's all I'm going to say about that. But he goes to another universe. There are some things that happen that really you kind of want to take seriously. It's serious business, but my God, it is so fucking well done, and it is so funny. It's just funny how things kind of go down in that. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, John, definitely you will dig it the most. You'll love it.
All right.
Good movie. I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. It kind of gave me like hope and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
because it doesn't feel the same as because I really loved the Marvel movies up until I felt like the arc was completed. And then after that, it kind of felt like it was like I fell off of it and wasn't really interested.
Where was that for you? Like, where was the arc completed?
After Thanos went down.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, that to me was like, whew, all right. And I liked the most recent Thor movie.
it was good. Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
It was good.
I like Love and Thunder. But I don't know, man. This one was like, oh, okay, good. Oh man, I like Doctor Strange. That's weird. You know, where it's like, because of the first movie, I was like, it was fine. But I also remember leaving the theater after watching Doctor Strange, being like, did I need to watch that? I liked it. I don't, you know.
Yeah,
but,
it
but-
was a setup movie for sure. This one actually had some teeth, and it had that mystical arts
Yeah,
sort of
They
feel
leaned into
to it
that,
that
yeah.
really did,
which was great.
And I'm interested to. Probably won't be long before Wakanda Forever comes out on Disney.
Yeah, I'm watching that when it's on
I
streaming.
would
sure.
love to hear your opinion on that one too, because we went and saw it, and despite the frigid temperatures in
Right.
the theater, we really liked
heard
it.
I
that
tried to
story.
convince Henry to go see it this past weekend. He wanted to go to the movies, and he wanted to go see. Sorry, John, I know you've already heard all this, but
No. Good.
he wanted to go see the second Avatar movie, and I was like, homie, you would hate the second Avatar movie. And he's like, why? And he's like, I haven't even seen it, but like, you haven't seen the first Avatar movie.
Right. So it would make no sense.
You're 8 years old. I know what you like to watch. This movie is 2 hours, 40 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. You're not, there's going to be cool stuff to look at, but there's also going to be a whole bunch of grown-ups talking to each other, and we all know how much you love that.
Right.
So like, I don't know, man. Is there anything else? And I was like, how about Wakanda Forever? Because I think that was still out in the theater. And he's like, oh, I don't know, because we haven't watched a lot of Marvel movies. He did watch Doctor Strange with us, and he loved it.
Cohen really liked it too.
I mean, it's just an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even the boring parts are visually interesting.
They're
You know what
visually
I mean?
interesting and they don't go on forever.
Right.
Yeah, they get to it. So
And it's like the new Ghostbusters movie he really liked, but like anytime there's like the date scene, anytime like there's a romantic thing happening, he just like melts into his seat. It's like, I get it. I do remember being that age. There's probably going to be ghosts later. So
hang in there.
You know,
Ghosts incoming.
I think I might have mentioned this to you, but I heard a critic talking about like why Avatar didn't have the same cultural effect as like a lot of the big sci-fi properties like Star Wars and Star Trek. And he said Avatar was intended for an adult audience. So the people who went and watched it, yeah, it was the highest grossing movie of all time. Like, you think there would be like a very, very strong following for it.
Yeah.
But everybody's just like, yeah, I saw it. You know, and
That was me.
And it's because it wasn't aimed at children. Like, you grew up with these other properties, you know, like they were aimed at you being fairly young. They still appealed to adults, but like you would grow up with these properties. And like Avatar was a huge movie and vastly successful, but it wasn't aimed at younger people necessarily. And therefore it didn't bring with it this following, you know, like 20 years later, people are like, oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, I like the first one. I guess I'll go see it.
right.
But it's like people aren't like passionate about it.
I had
Yeah, plugging your hair into the hair of like monsters. Yeah.
I had Gage. Gage was super into Avatar, and he was super pumped about the sequel. I never got into Avatar. I saw it, and I was like you said, John. I was like, yeah, I saw it. It was cool. Whatever.
I really liked
Yeah,
it.
It
I
was
saw
fine.
it once. And
Yeah.
that was good.
It was fine.
Yeah.
And, you know, Gage asked me, he's like, you know, usually like we had this thing going for a while where we were going to the movies together every week. So we went and saw Maverick. We went and saw Thor. We went and saw Jurassic Park. You know, things that we wouldn't normally do. We were kind of going to see the movies. And he messages me one day and he goes, man, I've got a ticket for the opening of Avatar with Way of the Water on Thursday. And I was like, I'm recording TADPOG that night, so sorry, man. Like, I don't want to see it. I'm not like, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it's been reviewed pretty well.
I hear it's fine. I've got my problems with James Cameron, that I'm not going to get into.
No.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, neat. I'll watch it when it eventually comes out on some streaming service. And
See,
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm 100%. I'm going to go see it when I can. Hopefully it'll be in the theater for a while. And I am 100% going to go see it in 3D because that is the one thing
That was
this
the
reviewer,
selling point. Yeah.
well, that's the one thing the reviewer
Especially the first
like
one.
went on and on about. He was like, you need to understand that this is not going to translate to regular cinema. He was like, if you saw it in the regular cinema and you were like, oh, it's okay, you should have seen it in 3D, because he was like, they wasted nothing on this. They used the highest quality, most expensive production, 3D cameras, like everything.
They spared no expense.
Yeah, I mean, he said, he was like, I've seen a lot. He's a movie critic, and he's like, I've seen a lot of 3D movies. This is by far by a country mile the most immersive 3D experience that I've ever had in a theater. He was like, that alone was worth it.
That would sell me on wanting to go see it.
He was like,
that
it
way.
was so good, you forget shit CG. Like you stop even thinking about
Your
it.
brain's like,
being
nah, it's real.
CG. Exactly. Yeah.
Documentary.
So
Well, I think, I mean, we ended up
Yeah,
we
I was
ended
gonna
up
say, where'd you
going
get to go?
to see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was really good.
I heard it was funny as
yeah,
hell.
it's good. It's good.
I love Antonio.
There's a-
Banderas.
Yeah, and
There's a
John Mulaney's great in it. He plays the main villain, and it's like,
Oh, damn,
I
I
was
didn't know
really
that.
proud because like he speaks for the first time, and like he does like he's not doing his John Mulaney voice like he is in like Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Because like when you watch the Chip and Dale reboot, it's like, oh, that's just John Mulaney just doing his
speaking.
voice. Like, they're like, hey, do you have a minute to like? You know,
Yeah, I can take care of
Dude.
this.
Right. But this was like, and I was like, I looked over at Nikki, I was like, is that John Mulaney? And he did such a good job with it that like I was doubting myself in the middle. I would go back and forth. I was like, I think it is. Maybe not. But it was good.
it's funny that you mentioned the fact that like he did a voice in this other movie where it was just his voice.
Yeah.
So there's a Puss in Boots TV show on Netflix.
Oh, really?
My kid is like obsessed with it.
Oh, okay.
He's been watching it like crazy. And one of the other cats in the show who's like him, is, you know, like can talk and shit.
Yeah. Wears clothes.
Is H. John Benjamin.
Oh, he does
and
one
it's
voice.
funny. My 11-year-old was like, "Hey, Dad, that's the guy from Bob's Burgers." And I was like, I listened for like a split second in the kitchen and was like,
Yep.
that's H. John Benjamin. It's like, he's not fucking trying at all
Like,
either.
no,
like, he
actually,
is
son-
straight up just his voice. Like, he
That's the
sounds
can of
like,
vegetables from Wet Hot American Summer. So that's what he's from.
okay.
But that's great though, because he's like he's cast for his voice.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I'm sure if he was like, hey, I'm going to change this up a bit, the director would be like, fuck no. we paid a lot of money for that
We
voice.
want that.
We paid for Archer. We're gonna get Archer.
Right. Yeah, it was good. But when we got to the movie theater, I was like, holy shit, there's so many people here in the lobby. And I was like, I know these motherfuckers ain't here for Puss in Boots like we are. And so it's like these people are here for Avatar.
Yeah, for
and
Avatar.
they totally, but it was wild because it was, you know, it was a matinee on Saturday. We kind of just thought
didn't
we could just
expect it.
sneak on in. Because the number of times we've gone to the movie post-COVID has been like, all right, well, it's just us three.
Yeah,
So
same.
it made me curious about it. It really did. Made me curious.
I do want to see it.
Yeah.
I do want to see it.
I love Antonio Banderas so much because my favorite movie of his. First of all, I love the Puss in Boots character.
I've never seen a Puss in Boots movie. This was my
Well,
first.
this was
This
it
is
was
a great
from
experience.
Shrek.
Shrek.
It
I
kinda-
saw him
Man
in
only
Shrek.
has that
That's-
experience once. That's pretty good.
Right. I remember him in Shrek.
That's where that. So there haven't been a Puss in Boots movie, I don't believe, until now.
Really? Oh, okay. So this is the first. Oh, I just assumed that this
Yeah.
was like a spin-off, like
This is a
I don't-
spin-off
series.
of Shrek.
I don't think there has been.
I don't- I'm
but
pretty
I'd
sure.
have to look it up to be
I
sure.
feel like there
gonna-
have been shorts or something like.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that,
I don't, but I don't think there's been like a Puss in Boots feature film until now.
Okay.
But the thing that gets me is, first and foremost, Antonio Banderas amazes me because his very first movie was Desperado, and he didn't speak a word of English.
And that's amazing.
When he shot that film, and he just did the whole thing phonetically.
Watch
he didn't
that
know, he
movie.
didn't know most of what he was saying in this movie, and it was really, really good. Just to see him, because he's got this charisma, but it's so rare that the charisma of an actor / voice actor. If we're talking about an actor who has real charisma in real life on film, that translates so well into that Puss in Boots character because the voice is perfect.
Yeah.
The way they draw him, the way he acts, and he's kind of smooth, but also sort of clumsy and sight gaggy. It's perfect. And so I'm excited to see it when it comes out for home streaming because I love that character.
Was Desperado Rodriguez or Tarantino?
That was Rodriguez.
It was Rodriguez.
All the
okay.
Desperado movies were Robert Rodriguez. So you had El Mariachi. Actually, El Mariachi was the first one, then Desperado. And then I think the third one might have been... Somebody out there is screaming right now. I can't think of it.
I don't know it either. I can't think.
Maybe Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but
Yes.
I don't think Antonio Banderas is in that. I don't know. Anyway,
There have been 7 Puss in Boots movies, but
You're fucking kidding me.
really?
there have been 7.
Wow.
Are they like straight to streaming or something? Like,
Several of them are, but it looks like maybe Puss in Boots that came out in 2011 might have
Okay.
also been a theatrical release.
oh, okay.
Everything else after that is like, this is according to Film Affinity. They've got Puss in Boots, the 3 Diablos, and that has an S in parentheses. So I assume maybe that's streaming or something. I don't know.
It doesn't want to imply there's
Yeah,
more than one Satan.
Sounds like it.
3 is The Adventures of Puss in Boots, which is a TV series, so that doesn't count. Puss in Boots Trapped in an Epic Tale. And then they're counting a Shrek movie. That's kind of cheating. Shrek, Far,
Yeah.
Far Away, Idol.
Right.
That's also an...
That's a short.
That's a short. That's what the S in parentheses is about.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And then Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. And if I said 7, I meant 6.
So my Puss in Boots game is weak, I guess. I didn't
Fuck,
realize
man.
there was so much media of that
You're a
character.
Puss in Boots foo.
My Puss in Boots Foo. Another band name. Puss in Boots
Puss in Boots.
Foo.
Puss in Boots foo.
But I like Puss in Boots better than Shrek and Fiona and all the other characters in those movies. I liked that guy the most.
I don't know that I've seen I know I've seen the first Shrek movie.
I don't think Puss in Boots showed up until the second
Okay,
Shrek
then I've
movie.
seen the second one because
Okay.
I remember Puss in Boots from the Shrek movies.
How many Shrek movies are there? Because I
3.
feel like I've seen like all the
3,
Shrek
I think
movies,
3
but I don't
big
know.
Three like
feature.
feature films and then the shorts.
And then-
I don't,
Yeah,
man.
multiply
I'm, sorry. I'm an
play
asshole.
4,
I don't
right?
count the shorts.
But you do- you do have to
go to
count
a
the stage
theater.
play.
I don't know. It's like-
All right, so for our first draft, we should do Shrek movies.
Yeah.
Let's see, Shrek movies.
you did Star Trek movies. I'd be down.
The Shrek franchise. Okay, then the
Holy
main
shit.
series, we have Shrek,
Okay.
Shrek 2, 2004, Shrek the Third, 2007, Shrek Forever After. Get it? Forever,
Probably
Ever.
haven't seen
That's
that
why they
one.
made it.
Yeah.
2010. And then they've got spin-offs, Puss in Boots 2011, Puss in Boots The Last Wish 2022.
So there were really like
There are 4.
main Shrek movies.
4 main films, yeah.
Okay.
In the
It looks
prime
like
Shrek timeline, yes. There are
What-
4 movies.
That's like Toy Story was
616
also
Shrek.
4, right? There were like 4 Toy Story movies, right?
5.
5.
Are there 5? Okay, I don't know. I'm not up on my shit.
But see, I hear that Shrek 5 is Shrek in the multiverse of madness, and then they're gonna just just get into everything. It's gonna be crazy good.
I love it. You know what, man? Like, I like all that like fairy tale nursery rhyme like universe
Yeah.
that they've like built. From
Yeah, they
that.
really have.
But like, what's wild to me is like afterwards, talking to Henry, and it's like he doesn't know any of these because like we never like really read fairy tales
Yeah,
or anything like
yeah.
that to him. So it was just kind of like, oh man. Well, I guess we probably should have done that for you to understand a lot of the shit in Puss in Boots. But I don't know, man. You seemed really like content to just play Minecraft together. So
Who is the Muffin Man? I don't
yeah, it's not rhetorical.
Dad, why are they so confused about this man?
Yeah, we should watch Shrek, and like I'm sure like he watches enough YouTube. And it's like he's good, like he knows who Shrek is, but he knows who Shrek is like through memes
Cereal
and
and
references.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
He knows who Shrek isn't.
I don't know. I'd say maybe the memes are like the true heart of Shrek, you know. So maybe he truly knows Shrek better than any of us. But I just want to see. I'm going to get his reaction to a CG movie from 2001.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
God, don't.
Yeah.
Ooh.
22 years.
Boy.
I don't know.
That's
I've seen
crazy.
some new shows that like were digitally animated and were not like they were almost intended to be very basic.
Yeah.
You know, like they didn't look like hugely realistic in any way. So I don't know. It might be okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched it since like
I mean,
probably 2001.
Yeah.
But like you mentioned Toy Story earlier. There was we went on like a little Toy Story bender with him maybe like a year or two ago, and man, that Toy Story 1 is like, damn, it's an old movie. Holy shit, man.
Really? I haven't seen it in a
Like
super
these characters
long time.
look like the EA logo. I mean,
Pixar's come a long
they
way.
have. And I remember at the time it being like, whoa.
It's not gonna get better than this.
When we ever need more than 512K?
20 meg hard drive. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
You know, it is funny. I remember getting my first 486 and it had a 200 meg hard drive, and one of my friends was like, "Holy fuck, 200 meg? What are you gonna do with all that?"
And were you like, watch this, and you hit the turbo button?
Didn't have a turbo.
Oh man.
The old Packard Bell didn't have the turbo button on.
I remember the turbo button on our 486, and I remember pressing it, and my dad being like, "Don't do that."
Like,
Our walls can't handle that kind of power. It's going to be like the fucking...
you're gonna blow a breaker, son.
It's going to be like the guy on the TDK commercial with sitting in the recliner with the fucking shit blowing past him.
Fucking tie flying back.
We live in a mobile home, son. Do not push the turbo button on the computer.
I'll start shaking.
I feel like I know a lot about computers, but I don't know what the turbo button did aside from make a little light flash.
That's what I liked about it. It did make like the games I played run like way too fast to be played.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
we're talking like real basic ass like Frogger and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But and like Mega Man DOS, unplayable with the turbo button.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an
So it was
it's just
making a hardware change. I bet
hardware
it was
overclocking.
I bet it was changing the front side bus then.
Probably.
Like when they were pushing the button. Okay. I didn't know what it fucking did.
I
never had a
no
turbo
idea
button.
how it works, but the way that I've heard it, I heard someone offhandedly make a comment about it in a YouTube video I saw recently, which is why the turbo button's like fresh in my memory, saying that it doubled the speed, which seems like that's quite a doubling.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
quite
a lot.
bit.
When you've got 25 megahertz, doubling is a fucking lot. You know?
So, but yeah, it did make. I mean, it made everything really hard to play because
Right.
everything was like
It wasn't
reaction
scaling
time.
down. It wasn't scaling.
Right.
Right.
It was going faster.
It was it was going faster.
It was a hard set in the software to run at this clock
speed.
And when you double it, it's like, well, okay.
And that's
Now
why
we're going
like
twice as fast.
running a bunch of shit in DOSBox is a nightmare because it's like the reason I mentioned Mega Man DOS earlier is because I had that game growing up. I've tried to like since like the gaming historian did a video on it, which was like, oh man, I remember playing the shit out of that. I remember beating that as a kid. I want to replay it. And I remember getting DOSBox and then setting it all up, and I was like, it's unplayable. Because I mean, it's just like it's so fast, and it's like you can adjust the speed and stuff, but the problem with it is, it's like, man, I'm not going to get it exactly right. You know, I'm not going to get it
feel the same.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get it to be able to run at exactly the same speed that it ran for me as a kid. Because first of all, I was a kid. I don't remember exactly what that was. And, you know, second of all, so it's never going to feel right.
I'm guessing Good Old Games doesn't have that then.
You know what? I don't know.
I would check because
probably,
like
I don't
they
know.
like my understanding is the games from Good Old Games are like
good.
They've been adjusted.
old.
They've been
They're
adjusted. Well, they've been reprogrammed essentially to run on new hardware.
Yeah.
Like to run on
Sure.
like, current gen hardware. So, but still play like the original.
I'll check. I'd be surprised because I imagine that's a licensing nightmare
Oh,
between
yeah.
Capcom and then
They have-
whomever.
Dude, they have like all the old LucasArts games though.
That's less surprising to me because Capcom is in existence today.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that because I think about Star Wars still exists.
Star Wars does definitely
I guess
still exist.
LucasArts doesn't.
Yeah. So yeah, but good old games is great. I've played. I bought a bunch of stuff from them, and yeah, you're right. It runs.
I
it
really
runs great.
want to buy the old TIE Fighter versus X-wing, or TIE Fighter and X-wing, and TIE Fighter versus
I
X-wing.
had those on floppy and then sent them to one of our lucky contest winners for Ian's big toy box.
on the old 3.5s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was on. I think I saw it on sale recently because I've got that on my wish list. X-wing
Really?
versus TIE, and every time it pings, I'm like, it'll drop under $2.50. I mean, it's pretty cheap to begin with, but
Man,
when it goes
that's
on
even-
sale, it's like,
Well, see, I saw they had like
Crazy.
a bundle, and I didn't buy it, and I really fucking should have because it was like all of them. It was like with all the expansions and shit. So like B-wing, like the
Yeah.
B-wing expansion
No.
for X-wing.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're leaving Tyler out of a lot here.
Literally, that could have been a joke, and I wouldn't have.
okay,
Like a B-wing? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I got a B-wing.
but
I'm
to
not
be
falling
fair,
for that.
there are definitely people who have watched all of the movies, and you be like, "What's a B-wing?" and they'd be like, "Is that a joke?"
What,
Right,
because what
yeah.
they used
They
to fly
never-
with?
Right.
You only see that shit in Jedi. I'm
And they don't.
already
And
sure.
they don't say
refer
what it
to
is.
it.
No,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't tell you. You're just like, oh, that's a weird looking ship.
The only way I
that?
knew what it was from the toys.
Sure.
Seeing
Yeah.
the toys advertised and on the shelves in the store was like, this is a B-wing. Oh, I get it. It's a cross.
Do
but
they
you could
ever-
make it into a B?
I guess I'll have to be marketed to understand this.
They do use the term like Corellian Corvette at some point in the films, right? Or in
For the God of the Elves? Yes.
Isn't
At
it?
least in the
Isn't it in the
show,
scroll? Isn't it in one
Is
of the
it in the
scrolls?
scroll?
I think it's
Okay.
in the beginning of the
So I was wondering,
first
I was like,
one.
how do I know
I wouldn't bet,
that
but
that is
maybe.
called that? Like
It was a dark time for the rebellion. No, I'm not going to
And then Trigun Stampede is out.
I saw that's on my list now.
It was. I was pleased with it.
Good,
it was
good.
one of those where it's like I feel like when I was watching it, I was like, there are people who are not gonna like this because like it's gonna be the same people I feel like who kind of hated on Chainsaw Man's CG. But it doesn't bother me. So it's like whatever. I mean, look, I'm past the point now where it's like, homie, I know nothing's fucking hand drawn. So what does it matter what
Yeah.
the computer's doing?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? As
right.
long as it looks good, who cares? Like, I mean, no one's doing this shit by the 2D part, they ain't doing that by hand. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like it's
They're
just
still using a computer.
yeah, and someone's still making a decision, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
art director still being like, that's good or that's bad. So what the fuck does it matter?
Oh, speaking of Star Wars, Bad Batch Season 2 is out on Disney Plus. If anybody watches Bad Batch, that's out. I'm going to probably
I
add
need to
that
watch.
my list.
I need
It's-
to watch
It's
that.
a good show. And then I just got a notification that Velma is now streaming on HBO Max, starring Mindy Kaling.
Oh,
from The
right.
Office.
Yeah. I forgot that was happening.
So that's apparently now started. I'm going to add that to my list as well. I've got a list. My list is getting longer, people. I'm going to have things to watch.
You got to burn
because
through My Hero.
I got to burn through My Hero. I'm not stopping on My Hero until I get to the end of what's out there. So
I'm a little bit drunk, so I don't remember if I've mentioned to any of you how fucking amazing Andor is.
Andor is
Did I
a
talk to you
brilliant
about
show.
Ian's mentioned Andor several times. Yeah.
God.
It's some of the best Star Wars I've ever seen.
For sure.
really
It's a
good
little
shit.
bit of a slow burn sort of at the beginning because I feel it's got that like 3-act thing going on, you know? Like,
What's I can appreciate that. It's not
it's
to not
good,
to
though.
interrupt, but like I'm gonna lose the rest of my family on that. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like this sounds like a show that I'm gonna watch by
You
myself,
will watch it by yourself.
which means that I'm gonna be less likely to watch
never gonna
it
watch
because
it.
it's
Dude.
gonna be like I could watch shit with them.
really good. And you're such a Star Wars fan too. Like, I mean,
Don't put that evil on me.
no, you are. Like I feel
You're
like,
you're a
I
typical
feel like
Star
if I'm
Wars fan.
like,
Nope.
hey,
Right?
man,
You made all those complaints about other races and women, right?
I feel like if I would be like, hey, Dave, if you want to know a little bit more about how the Empire Empire worked.
Yeah.
Like the inside story, like Andor will tell you that. You know?
Well, what I told
you'd be
him,
like, yeah,
what I
Okay.
told him was, if,
All right.
if you liked Rogue One,
And I did.
for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
like
yeah.
Rogue One.
It's definitely got that. Obviously, kind of got that feel about it. But like,
Top
I
tier.
really liked
Top tier.
kind of the they give you a little bit of the inside baseball with the whole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to like give it away, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's good
and-
shit.
And
it
you're
really
just like,
is.
oh, that's man, these fuckers suck.
I just,
you know,
I
like,
got,
they're evil.
it sucks because
You
it's
know
like,
they're evil, but fuck.
I don't want to be like one of the people. I don't want to be the kind of person who's like, yeah, man, I kind of fell out of love with it because of like some people being shitty. But like that definitely happened where it was like,
Oh, really?
so many people were shitty about the second, the I can't even remember the name of the movie. What's the movie after Force Awakens?
Last Jedi.
Oh,
The
Last
Jedi,
Yeah.
yeah. People were hard
Points.
on
I
Ring.
answered that first.
And it's
Yeah.
points to Tyler, points to House Holland.
Hey, yeah, good
It's
job.
faster in the draw than those guys.
And I didn't even know. And I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. People were so shitty about that. And for the wrong reasons. Where it was just like, man,
Let it go. Yeah.
first of all, let it go. But also like, I don't want to be if this is the fandom, I don't want to be with this fandom.
No, they were too hard on him, and it was a shame because I liked the movie just fine, and I thought it was okay. You know, I didn't. I started sort of falling off of Star Wars a little bit just in this last trilogy, but not because of the last trilogy, just because.
Yeah.
It just happens. But I will say
And there was a lot of it too.
that Disney's doing a pretty decent job quietly making really good Star Wars content on Disney Plus. You know, The Mandalorian was really good. I liked Book of Boba Fett. You know, and of course, Mandalorian, you can't throw a stick without hitting a baby Yoda somewhere, right?
True.
So,
Even in my house. Yep.
But so that was a little bit overhyped. But Andor was one of those things that they just sort of quietly put out there and said, hey, this is the kind of stuff that we know the hardcore fans, especially older fans, are going to be really into. And so I think if they keep doing that kind of stuff, I don't really care if it's hyped up,
Yeah.
as long as it's done right. And I believe Andor falls squarely within the category of it's done right, because that's how I felt about Rogue One, minus a couple of little CG mishaps here and there that I didn't care for. Rogue One is probably right there favorite movie with Empire Strikes Back for me. So I really liked that lead.
I liked Rogue One as well. It's just Star Wars kind of had the same. I feel like Star Wars went through the same thing that Rick and Morty went through, where it's like Rick and Morty was a show that I really liked, and then like the fan base around it was like, yikes, man! Like
Rick and Morty fan base was
So
as
then it's
toxic as
the
fuck.
most-
so then it's like,
They
and
win the war.
I feel like the Star Wars fandom is too. I mean,
Yeah,
like
you're not
the
wrong.
stuff that I heard about. I mean, what I was saying earlier, where people are talking about where it's like, why are there so many women in these movies? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Who are you? And then like, I don't know. People just like getting upset. There's like representation of
Which
people who
doesn't
aren't
make
white. And it's like, are
Right.
you fucking shitting
It doesn't
me?
make any sense to me because, first of all, it's a movie that takes place in a galaxy full of alien,
Right.
Different species of
Sure.
of people interacting with one another. Two, Star Wars, the fucking one of the main characters was a woman. She was the strong female lead that got all these girls interested in sci-fi. The ones that wouldn't have probably talked to me before, when I was in first grade, and that there was a role model going on there, and I don't
Yeah.
understand how we could go from that to everybody being like, this is awesome, everybody's included, we've got all these great things, and then to, why are there black people in Star Wars? It's like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with
Yeah.
y'all? How could
It's
you?
a bummer, and
It
it's
really takes the wind out of my sails.
Yeah,
I get
same.
exactly what you mean. For
Yeah.
that. It's
So a
shame.
combination of like that vocal like attitude, and then like the also it was just like, wow, you guys are putting out a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot. There
You got
for
a lot
minute.
coming out, and it was just kind of like, yeah, I kind of fell off of that.
Yeah,
But Andor on the list.
on the list.
John left.
John's gone. I don't
We
know.
left-
He
we
he
lost
got
him.
a
There he is.
phone call.
Sorry, yeah, somebody's fucking calling me.
Someone's cat is calling you? Cap's calling you.
That's just someone's Capcomming me.
Who was
Cat
it?
call.
Oh, it was your dad? Yeah, that's important call to take then. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
you're nicer than I am. If my dad called me right now, I'd be like, boop.
Well, he called like
put him on the show?
times.
Nope. Boop as in I'm clicking the red button.
Oh, the red button.
I
Hanging out.
thought you said beep. Okay, sorry.
Well, Tyler,
I
have
thought
you
I would grab one of these. The most fucking Pennsylvania thing ever right here.
What is the most Pennsylvania thing ever?
It's a Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter that you yourself gave me.
Josh Smith
Now-
was hugely a fan of that.
I gave you
Really?
Yeah,
I gave you
liked it.
5 of them
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
out of a 6-pack,
I have to drink them all.
and there's a reason. Yeah, you absolutely.
it's 'cause-
That's
You
It
said they
better
were
taste a
terrible.
little like vomit because that's what Hershey's tastes like.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I threw up a
okay,
little bit in each
okay.
of them.
Look.
You did right by the company.
I'm not gonna lie. I listened to an episode of Business Wars where they talked about that. Mm-hmm. They talked about how like he didn't know how to fucking make that shit when he decided he was gonna fucking build a chocolate factory.
and now they kept the bug.
Well,
So-
well, that's the thing though. It does have a little bit of a sourness to it, and
Yep.
like I didn't notice it until I listened to that, and they said that, and I was like, "Oh shit, it does." Like
Previously-
the next piece I ate. Sorry. No, like the next piece I ate, I was like, "Oh yeah, there it is."
Yeah, that's what
but
these two did for me live.
I guess. I guess because of the conditioning that I've had, like through my entire childhood of like growing up eating fucking Hershey's bars and Hershey's Kisses and shit, I don't care. I don't
No,
give a
I don't
fuck.
either. I love
like,
it.
I eat it and I'm just like, it's got, yeah, I can taste it. I don't care.
So
wait,
Fucking chocolate.
So wait. I wanna break this down.
Okay.
So I can make sure that I understand. So it's so it doesn't bother you. The taste doesn't bother you. Okay.
not in the slightest.
Okay.
In fact, I don't get the vomit taste from it at all. It tastes a little. It has a sourness.
you should throw up more.
It tastes a sour. It has a sourness to it that a lot of other chocolate doesn't have. I admit that, but it doesn't bother me.
no, I've always liked it.
Yeah.
Previously on TADPOG, I brought this up because I watched a documentary series about these giants of industry that
Okay.
went through,
Yeah.
and it had like sort of a dramatization of how the Hershey chocolate thing happened, just
Yeah,
like what you were
yeah.
saying. He built an entire fucking community, a town around it, and he realized that he could make it, but only if he soured the milk first. So
Yeah. That Business Wars was Mars versus Hershey, and it was actually really super interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of shit about those two companies I didn't know.
so much of our country founded on the backs of candy.
Well, Mars is the god of war, so I assume Mars won. Hershey's the god of, I guess, puke taste. I don't know.
There's
Patron saint of vomit.
Is there something in there? Why'd you pour it in
I
there?
guess it's just the bubbles.
Oh.
I don't know. Like,
Well, you did probably pour it on top of some
Yeah.
bourbon.
yeah, well, I mean, I drink all the bourbon. I mean, I'm sure there's some bourbon residue in here, but I don't like drinking a beer out of the bottle. I prefer to like pour it in a glass and
Let it
kinda
air a little
catch
bit?
Some air, yeah.
Go flat.
Flat beer.
I want to know what you think about this beer.
Tastes like bourbon.
I don't love it.
Oh, that's a no. That's a no. I didn't like it either, but
Have I had 2 glasses of bourbon, and am I going to finish this beer? Yes, I
Attaboy.
am.
Attaboy.
But I'm not going to enjoy it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll drink your puke beer, but I'm not going to like
No,
it.
That's the 27% Irish coming out.
Well, that's the way we all 4 live 80% of our
Don't
lives.
fucking waste beer now.
It's the English in him is complaining about it, while the Irish in him is refusing to waste the beer.
Nikki brought it home because she bought some Yingling and she's like, and I saw these and I was like, oh boy. I said, okay, you try it. Let me know how it is. And she like took a sip, was like, and passed it to me. And I was like, but I was like, you know what?
Gave it to Henry. He thought it was great.
Yeah, Henry loved it, man. We couldn't wake him up for like a couple days. But eventually he got up and he was like, who's Shrek?
He was in my nightmares.
I dreamt I was sucking on Shrek's big old titties and it tasted like chocolate and beer. I was like, man, there's only one person I know who might like this.
Mikey.
And that's John Turley. Yeah, give it to John. He'll drink anything.
Hey, John.
But it's because you like the chocolate stouts. I mean,
I do like
different.
chocolate stouts. Yeah, this is a porter, but yeah, I'm not wild about it. No. I literally opened it and poured it in this glass, so you can totally take a drink of
Just
that.
a little vomit.
As a treat.
Don't let them.
Everybody can have a little Dave vomit as a treat.
Yeah.
Like, it's by no means like the fucking worst beer I've ever had or anything, but
Tastes
it's
a little like Guinness. It's not bad.
I mean, I've drank literal piss before.
And,
So
and for
It's not
anybody who's like, I don't know.
I've had Pabst, so you're not far off.
But I want to be clear for
I'm kidding.
anybody
Pabst
who's
is
potentially preparing for court. I didn't let my son suck on Shrek's titty. So
Or
that
drink
was
beer.
a joke.
I was about to say I'm going to be referenced.
Well, let's not get crazy.
I'm going to get referenced as Tyler tells a story about drinking piss for everybody.
Well, you're the editor-in-chief of Piss Drinkers.
.gg.
Thanks, Pat and Oswald. Piss Drinkers. I'm registering that right now.
That tastes a little like Guinness to me. It's not bad.
Really?
I actually don't hate it as much as I thought I would.
I don't get. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. It like where you're coming from, but it. Yeah, it's not terrible.
I don't taste the chocolate much.
It's just not something I would go out of my way to get. That's for sure.
It's like you bite into a Hershey's chocolate bar, and like there's a little bit of a sour taste. Would you like to have just that sour taste concentrated down? They sell that. It's called Hershey's syrup.
Now I don't.
To me, that
I'm not
I
crazy
eat,
about Hershey's syrup.
I could eat a Hershey's chocolate bar. I don't like it, but I can. I cannot have Hershey's syrup in
When
anything.
I thought you were going to. I thought you were referencing ambergris.
When I was a kid, I was okay with chocolate milk that was made from Hershey's syrup until the first time somebody made me some chocolate milk with some Nesquik powder. And I was like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
this is way better.
I like Nesquik because there was a rabbit on it.
Yeah, well, it just
Same.
tastes
Worked for me.
way, way better, too.
I mean, it was half yellow. It was a girl color, but it's fine. I appreciated your what is that? The something gland of a whale, or is the vomit? Whale vomit.
It's what they put in cologne.
that ambergris?
Yeah.
That's whale vomit? I thought it was like whale fat or something.
I think it's like I think it's
That's
a gland that produces some scent that's reminiscent of puke. I don't know. I should look it up.
Put that in cologne. Huh?
You should look it up, but I'm too busy registering pissdrinkers.gg.
I am working on that right now, but I am going to take a break to look up ambergris. It is. Oh man, someone put it in a plate like a pate.
Oh, shit.
That looks like a fucked up sundae right there.
If you like gray Sundays.
It is
Nothing but the finest.
Do you like biscuits and gravy like tomorrow? Like sits there from now until tomorrow?
With fish flavor.
ambergris is a solid, waxy, flammable substance of dull gray or blackish color produced in the digestive system of sperm whales.
Gross.
So yeah, it comes from their digestive system. There's a photo of a dude with some giant ass ambergris.
Oh, it looks like a piece of meat or like a liver, like a cooked piece of meat. I don't know.
I don't know.
In the Ether Sea game that the McElroys do on Adventure Zone, Justin named his like sort of his country monk. He wanted to have it still be like sea themed, so her name is Ambergris, after ambergris from the whales.
It might actually be pronounced ambergris. I don't know.
I've honestly heard it both
I've always
ways.
heard it
Yeah.
ambergris, but ambergris does make sense. I mean, considering that it's probably not an English word. Guys want to do a draft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're about an hour, so
Yep.
Shit.
we'll take a break.
Take a
and
break,
then
hit some drafts up.
We'll go through the lists and pick a few things to draft.
It's about to get
Sounds
drafty.
good.
It's about to get drafty.
It's about to get
Drafty.
drafty in here.
Well, John, if
Take
that
a shit on the
happens,
floor.
let me know and I'll turn up the heat.
So our host says, unfortunately, we cannot register or transfer that type of domain.
A type of domain?
I assume it's the
A normal one?
the
A
piss
goddamn
domain.
normal one?
Hershey's
goddamn
the god of
everybody
piss
does.
domain.
That's a band name.
It's a beer thing. It's Pilsner, IPA, Stout, and some other S name beer drinkers. It's piss drinkers.
It's the GG.
That's pretty
Oh.
Because I can 1,000% register right now. Pissdrinkers.tv.
What about
$9.99.
what about dot fun?
Dot podcast.
I don't. Pissdrinkers.me. Weirdly, when that's
I
only
don't
$2.99.
like any questions.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna let you know everything you need to know about me in the domain name.
You need a real expensive business card, like a super thick,
Oh, yeah,
like
like
black
Bone.
paper.
Like some American Psycho shit.
No, that stuff's not even honestly that expensive. Those guys are going crazy over some okay,
Hey,
maybe in the 80s. I
It was
get
the 80s. Yeah, man.
But
It was
I've seen business cards since then. That's I don't know, man.
They're literally made
that
of
ain't shit in that
titanium.
movie. Right? Yeah. Right.
Tungsten.
you ain't seen my business card.
Right.
It
So you haven't
it is
seen mine are
horrible.
cheap as shit. So
horrible.
I don't have any. Actually, come to think of it,
What?
I mean, what do I need
That
it for?
blows me away.
I work in an office.
I know. Yeah, I mean, same.
I get $500 for $40 of mine. That's how quality they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Vistaprint?
Same. Yeah, I bet mine came from the same fucking factory. So.
Yo, we got a .com available if we're willing to take piss tasters.
I mean, you're gonna taste it if you drink it, right? I mean,
It's suggested pisstasters.com. We can buy this. We can buy this for $7.99. I'm buying it right now.
Get it.
If only for I can submit a support ticket. Where it's excuse me, I'm having a problem with my site, pisstasters.com. My users are reporting that the piss is not tasty enough. Can you help?
I just need
Can
to
you
know.
reconnect my stream?
LittlePissDrinkers.com is available.
Oh, not that one.
no,
not that
no.
one. Not that one.
Look,
We're gonna avoid
suggested
that
it.
one.
They suggested it. I don't know what they're doing.
We ancient Greeks? Come on.
Yo, that algorithm. That ain't right, man.
They're like, you know what? You know what similar searches have been to something that you're trying to register? Little piss drinkers. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your little joke for your little show?
Oh, look what's available. Sickfuckers.u. There you go.
LittlePissDrinkers.me?
Link in the show notes.
Pissdrinkers.fun is available.
.com's got that legitimacy to it.
Pisstasters.com is a good one.
And also not infringing on Patton Oswalt's joke. So we'll do piss tasters. All right, buying it.
Pisstasters.com.
bit.ly/pisstastersdiscord.com.
So I mean that when you buy a domain, I know you joke around about buying domains and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you really buy, I mean, do you point TADPOG to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I always-
fan fucking tastic.
When we joke about them, I buy them, but then I just let them, after the year, I let them
Right,
go
right.
unless someone specifically, like I think Dig Duggy is like, no, don't let this one go. And it's like, okay, all right. But only Dig Duggy has that power. No one in a year, if someone comes to me like, Dave, please, pisstasters.com, don't let it go. I'll be like, unless you're Dig Duggy, you can fuck right off.
Yeah, I figured there'd be some fetish website owner who would come to you and be like, "Hey, man, I really
What
need
if we
that."
can flip
We're gonna
this?
flip this.
Oh my God.
Anybody out there listening, if you know someone who would be willing to pay for pisstasters.com,
Yeah, Choctaw, do you have any people you can push?
We'll let it go for $2,000.
yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair. $2,000.
Yeah, I mean, you just pay once and it's yours.
The fact that you found an available.com domain that had 2 pronounceable words in it.
Dude.
I hope
They're not
this
going to
is-
let me buy this. I'm going through the checkout process right now. I'm going to get to the final step and they're going to be like, whoa, hold up, dude, you're about to buy pisstasters.com.
Well, see, I hope it's a fluke. Like whenever Google got unregistered for like an hour and somebody bought it real quick. I hope pisstasters.com did just lapse like right now, and this is our fateful destined moment where they had lapsed for 10 minutes and we grabbed
it.
in 10 minutes.
We're going to make a lot off of this.
Okay. Drafts coming up.
Got a Packard Bell for 86SX, 20 megahertz. I got a hard drive with 100 megabytes, 2 megs of memory. I got a monitor, it's Super VGA, and a printer, it's 24-pin. I got accessories and software like Windows and Lotus Works. You put it all together just for $14.98. That's what it's all about.
Make no payments till March of '93 and get 0% interest on all computers this week at Best Buy.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
We're back.
All right.
What a weird way to start it. I love it. I just want
I'm
everybody
getting
to
every
know
bit of that.
that we are definitely 100% officially the owners of pisstasters.com.
Got it.
So,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This would not be an Oops All Drafts episode without a bunch of drafts, but we have some ideas that were given to us by our loyal followers.
And our not so loyal.
And our not so loyal followers based on a
mix.
post that I made in our Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. I'm going to read through some of these. Stop me if you've heard these before. Because we need to pick what we want to do.
Yep.
All right, starting from the top. I don't know who made what suggestion. I can't mention your names, so
Good.
here we
I
go.
like it blind.
Top 5 guilty pleasure games.
Okay.
Top 5 80s MILFs.
Okay, that's the one John reacted to earlier, obviously.
I'd want that one to be extend to 80s to 90s MILFs.
Okay.
'cause
Okay. Yeah.
I was 6 in 90, so I wasn't really online for the 80s.
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah, you were on that TGIF train, right? Those.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
80s to 90s MILFs, I think, would probably be okay. Let's. I'm gonna put
Okay.
that in the maybe column.
Okay, all right.
For my vote.
Okay. I would vote for that one. How are we doing this? Just
Let's just go through.
Okay,
And
all
if
right.
you hear something you like, say so. and
So
we'll
far, I
add it
like
to the
both of
maybes.
them.
We'll narrow it down.
All right.
Board games. Top 5 sitcom families, animated or live action.
I like that one a
That's
lot.
a good one.
I like that one a
Let's
lot.
Let's add that to the maybe list. Sitcom families. We've got fantasy series, any media or whatever you guys want. I'm not your mom. Slasher movies, Disney films, Marvel, Star Wars, and Fox not included. True House of Mouse movies. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. There was
Disney classics.
just Disney films that are true House of Mouse movies.
The ones that come in white clamshell VHS.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could also include the old school Mary Poppins, bed knobs and broomsticks, things of that nature.
Okay.
Chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Okay, sorry. Or include them. Again, I'm not your mom. Muppets.
You could be.
And Looney Tunes. I think we've touched on the cartoons.
Muppets and Looney Tunes?
I think we touched on the cartoon enough, didn't we? Didn't we do something like that with Tom and Jerry?
We were doing something with Tom and Jerry, yeah. We haven't done really fucked with Muppets, though.
I'm not into the Muppets.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of.
Okay.
That could be a band name. We haven't really fucked with Muppets.
Next that was all one in one. I just told whoever, when you make suggestions, just put as many as you want. I made it a paragraph response. So throw them all out there. I don't care. Next was top 5 playable protagonists. Top 5 shits of all time. That's impossible to do a top 5 list of because I don't really mentally.
I've only taken 4 shits.
I've only shit 4 times.
Mine's all the same one
in my life. Right.
I've got 2
Yours
I
is
can
always-
name right now. So my list is almost halfway built.
Top 5 video game protagonists, video game villains, and bosses. There's going to be some repeats.
I like the villains. I like video game villains and bosses.
Okay.
I mean-
add it to the maybe list. I think we said we're gonna probably have time for like maybe 3 of these.
Somewhere in that neighborhood,
And
sure.
I'm not going to get rid of this form, and I'm not going to get rid of the results. So we can always come back to this another time.
But we will get rid of everything else.
But everything else is gone. Tyler rolled another
All that will
4.
remain is this form.
Video game
available at
peripherals.
pisstaster.com.
God, we got it, boys.
What's left
we
of
got it.
Tadpog?
Pisstasters.com. Yeah. What did it cost?
Everything.
I hope that snap came through.
I hope so,
Pisstasters
too.
t-shirt.
Call Choctaw.
I mean, this
We have a
is
new idea.
Hey Siri, call Choctaw.
obviously a good investment, right? Obviously.
We're gonna make this last a while.
We have already gotten $8 worth out of this purchase.
For sure.
We're pivoting from games into a more piss.
Tasting. No, not drinking. Tasting. There's a difference.
Sorry, I'm more of a poop tasting man myself.
You take the piss, you swirl it around in the glass. You take a
Very,
sniff.
very rarely
You
you
really,
get
you
a
get
bit
the you get the
nutty.
bouquet.
rarely does a piss have a good chew. So
All right, let me get through this. We don't have all night.
This woman was severely dehydrated.
What did I just say?
Sorry.
Woman.
Now you have my attention. Video game peripheral specific can't be controller. That's in quotes.
Damn it.
Yes, it can.
I'm about to say, I mean,
Yes, it
pick your
can.
favorite.
There's so many good controllers.
Controller of a generation.
What controller are we going to use for our CSGO adventure?
The Nintendo 64.
Oh, not the Sidewinder.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Sidewinder would be good. Top 5 smells, canceled TV shows, guilty pleasures, beat 'em up games, video game consoles, video game controllers. There's another one for video game controllers. B-list actors or actresses, states, bodies of water,
I like states.
or horrible jobs.
I like states. That one really
States
jumped
are
out to me.
pretty
It's like, oh, states. Yeah.
In Iowa.
I like beat 'em ups. You know, I like more states.
We can do states in 5 minutes.
Yeah, states is actually. I would like to do states.
Yeah. I think we need to do states.
Like,
Oh,
is it
fuck,
more?
I wanted Delaware. Come on.
Is it more funny to talk about doing
Delawareans or Delaware?
states than actually doing states?
Probably, but that's okay.
It's on the list now.
All right, okay.
Board games again. Video games by console. Ooh. I don't know what that means. Video games by console.
So
Maybe
Top
like-
5 PlayStation games. Top
Right.
5.
Yeah. That's how I
Yeah,
took
that's
that.
sort of do a lot of that already.
Yeah.
Canceled TV shows again. Arcade games. Fast food desserts.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I do like that.
Okay, it's on the list.
And I know we talked about canceled shows before. You guys seemed excited to do that one. We could do that if you. I'm going to struggle, and that's
I'm
fine.
about to say, I'd like to pick ones where
I'm going to shine with states. You guys shine with canceled TV shows.
Well, let's keep going. There's still more for me to read.
I
through.
prefer one where we all have a close to equal footing.
Okay.
I'm not going to be equal on a lot of these.
It's okay.
But I mean, I can
You're a
wing
guest.
it.
You don't
I
have
can
to
wing
be.
it. It's fine.
We can work as a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Teams.
Yeah, for canceled TV shows. John and I are working as a team.
Right.
No, I mean, I think I could hold on canceled TV shows because I'm old. But yeah, there were several of them that I was like,
Canceled
I
like
don't know."
ended before their time.
See, that would be my problem. I'd be like, what's canceled?
No, anything that's been
Anything
canceled.
that's just
And-
not.
wait.
Anything, I
If
guess
you liked it,
Anything
it
that's
was
not
canceled.
currently still running has been canceled.
No, that's not true. Canceled is like the network is like, I'm sorry, we do not want to run your show anymore.
No, I've always thought of it. I think every show gets canceled at some point. It stops running.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's
typically
Not
like
in
when
an abrupt fashion.
like rarely does a show ever organically come to an end because they're typically trying to milk that show. Like if it's very popular, they're going to run it until they can't run it anymore and then they cancel it. So at least that's how I've always kind of thought about it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
But I thought it was like the difference between like quitting and being fired.
that's the way I look at it too. But I think you guys are being television technical, where a show is over.
Yeah,
the
it's
technical
canceled.
term is that it's canceled.
Yeah.
Whenever canceled by definition to I think me
Is like
and
getting the
Dave
axe.
is-
Oh, I could do plenty of things that aren't on the air anymore.
Yeah.
That's easy. But like,
if that's the definition,
right. My problem was I don't know what's canceled versus like what
I'll
just
tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
just-
Cowboy
I can
Bebop
see
wasn't
that.
canceled.
like if an
They
actor
told their
dies
story,
or
it was
something,
done.
you know, and it's like, well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't do that show anymore. Is that canceled? You know, or is that just I don't know, it just
Yeah,
it didn't work out.
Yeah, I just think about shows that aren't actively
Okay.
running.
Well,
But
let's debate what the criteria are after we actually pick what we're going to do. Let me get through this
Okay.
list.
Yep. Okay.
Consoles, handheld consoles, porn sites or subreddits.
I mean, that's
I'm not going to reveal that about myself.
right, exactly. I don't need that level of criticism in my life.
I really don't want any of you fuckers to know what I like to look at on Reddit.
yeah, I'll share with Ian, but
Yeah,
that's it.
Dave
Don't
knows
pay
me.
attention that we own the domain pisstasters.com.
It's a complete coincidence.
Well, only one of us can take that one. That's the problem. The rest of us are just scrambling for the rest of the
Damn it,
man,
dude.
have you seen the super hot content at pisstasters.com?
pisstasters.com. What's that?
I hear it's a fucking podcast where they occasionally do drafts, but they can never get fucking started because the host can't finish reading the list.
This is funnier than the draft. It's
Board
okay.
games, horror movies, Nick
gonna be
Cage
all right.
performances,
Nick
TADPOG
Cage
moments,
performance.
90s bands, video games you haven't done for the show, alcoholic beverages, top 5 Pokemon, top 5 Marvel characters, top 5 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters from across all incarnations. For example, Raph from the first movie, IDW comic Mikey.
You lost me.
19 Okay, whatever. Top 5 fruits. We just did fruits last week.
Yep.
Top 5 video game antagonist villains. That's another suggestion for that. Top 5 video game protagonists. Then we've got a nice long list from somebody. Ice cream flavors, pizza toppings, fantasy weapons, comic strips.
Pizza toppings.
We like we've
So-
done
Pizza.
Mark me for pizza
let's do
toppings.
pizza toppings.
Okay.
It's on the list.
I'm good with that.
Comic strips, TADPOG guest hosts. Have there been 15
Yo,
guest
I got an
hosts?
Oh,
idea.
God, yeah.
Have there?
I got my
Okay.
top
Yeah.
pick already.
It's me. No, it's you. You can't vote for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can. I'm not your mom. Condiments, alcoholic beverages, desserts, appetizers, vegetables, stores in the mall, food court places, fonts / typefaces, superpowers, superheroes, villains, fiction books, D&D monsters, board games, pizza toppings.
Superpowers is pretty good.
Someone here says if these have been done, I apologize. I have a 300 episode backlog. Dear Lord, someone's being thorough. Porn parodies, magazines to masturbate to that aren't pornographic.
They make those?
I guess you could masturbate
I can only
to
think
anything.
of one, and
That's piss taste.
I know.
And they've gone full digital.
I know Field and Stream used to really get me off.
I mean, do they still like make Maxim? Like that's the only thing that I could possibly think of from when Shrek came out.
Playboy's non-nude now.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Really?
They've
I didn't
been for
know
a
that.
while.
So you have
For
to
a minute.
specify
Long
like the
time.
2018 plus era of Playboy.
Like, did no one no
They
one
tell
else.
you?
Well, I think they were just like the internet exists. Let's just lean into something else.
When I was very young, the lingerie section of the JCPenney catalog.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom used to
yeah.
get. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
My mom.
I don't agree with that at all. Really? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I ain't going to fuck
Hell
you.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I ain't changing that fucking formula. Hey, fucking.
Okay.
I
I thought it
new
was.
Coke this shit.
I thought it was a reference to the JCPenney catalog. Like, I'm not behind that. I do not support jerking it to the JCPenney.
It was my
catalog.
fundamental Christian upbringing.
My mom used to get the Victoria's
Penthouse.
Secret catalog before they stopped.
Just Hustler.
Before they stopped censoring
We're
it.
a hustler house.
They censor it?
Like back
I
in the
haven't
day
seen
when
one
that
of-
catalog would come
I don't
out, what?
You're talking about the airbrushing, yeah?
Yeah, they didn't used to like airbrush anything out.
Right.
You'd see everything under there, and that was good stuff.
Scars and shit.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's
Yeah, and
not
then
what it was.
Photoshop came
Stab
along.
wounds.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the Victoria's Secret models weren't rocking any scars.
Not back then. Almost done. Top 5 non-DC, non-Marvel comics. I'm not going there.
Hellboy. 5 times.
Richie Rich. Video game protagonists again. Movie, TV, anime protagonists. And could also do top 5 video game movie villains. That's it. That's the extent of the list. I'll tell you what I wrote down based on your reactions thus far.
Okay.
We got 80s and 90s MILFs, sitcom families, video game. I wrote video game.
Perfect.
Why did I write video game?
Probably antagonists and protagonists.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't
villains
finish writing villains.
You got too upset with us to finish writing. I do think that was in the middle of you getting upset with us.
Video games.
Hey, you guys pissed me off so bad.
Piss you off like pisstasters.com.
States.
States.
That's so wholesome.
I know.
Right
I
in the
love
middle there.
it so much. States.
Fast food desserts, canceled TV shows, and pizza toppings.
So like
Some good
several of
ones.
these
Real good ones.
Jeopardy
Good ones.
categories, you know?
Let's just see how far we can get.
Yep. Let's go. You want to start from the top? See how far we get?
Sure.
There's one of these I'm going to do really bad at.
I'm not going to write all y'all's down this
States.
time.
States. Damn it. Why did they go for it? I was kidding. I only know 3.
At the top of the list, we have 80s, 90s MILFs.
All right, so let me roll D6. Dave 1, going across down to me for 4.
Roll a 4 and fuck, there's 4 of us. We can't end the show.
So we'll just go one click. Well, we'll see. 1, Dave.
Shit. I don't know if some of these women are moms.
So
Do they
in
have
real
to-
life or their
I
character?
don't know.
Also, did
What are
they
the
have
rules?
At any point,
Right.
if they have children or play a MILF on
Because
So we're just picking women at this point.
yeah.
women of childbearing age.
Well, I mean, shouldn't they have to be
Yeah,
a...
I guess we are.
Well, yeah, shit.
I'm going to go with Kathy Ireland's. Is that acceptable?
I mean,
I think they mean like
Fuck it. I don't want to do this one. Next. If I could have Kathy Ireland next draft. I'm not participating.
You get
John, your turn.
Milfy Kathy Ireland.
She's a mom, right?
but that is a valid question. Do they play moms on TV?
I think they have to play moms on TV.
Okay, so we're
That's
doing
what I-
TV moms.
Let's do that because that's how I heard it.
Yeah, I kind of think that's...
It narrows the
like in
scope
my
down.
head.
It does. It does help, doesn't it?
It definitely does, yeah. Okay.
All right.
I feel like that's probably what they were saying, like what they were going for.
TV moms.
80s and 90s TV moms.
I'm going to go. She is a mom. She's not the main mom of the show.
Is she a mom
Yeah.
in the show?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Of
Go for it.
twins.
That
I'm
can-
going with Aunt Becky from
Yeah,
Full
yeah,
House.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
And she'd help me. If I were her son, she'd help me cheat my way into college.
Yep. You are correct, sir.
Ah.
it's like I felt like I had a lot of good ammo for this one, but now I'm
I
having
dare
trouble.
you to say Kathy Ireland.
I keep,
goddamn dare.
Okay,
Double dog
wait.
dare you,
This could be. Wait,
Kathy
this could be. Does it have to be sitcom?
Look
Can
me
it be
in the
movies?
Movies. I think movies.
Can it be movies?
Movies count too. I
Okay,
think.
Leah Thompson from Back in the Future,
Carolina in the City.
but she's not a mom in Carolina in the City.
She's
Because
definitely
I thought
a mom
about
in Back to the
about
Future.
that. That's where I was going, and then I was like,
I think
eh,
she counts.
okay, well, Leah Thompson.
Mine are not going to be in any particular order because I can't. I'm working hard. I'm working hard to find some to think of the names of them. I was a fan of Judith Light from Who's the Boss.
God damn it, Ian! That was my next one. Now I have to pick Mona.
That's fine.
What do you mean you have to pick Mona? What do you have to pick Mona?
The youngest people on the podcast agree, and that's the first time I'm able to say that statement.
I mean, as far as the moms go, when I was a kid, I mean,
She was a
different
She was
story.
a gilf, technically. I think.
Fair.
hey, every not every
Every
MILF
gilf
is a GILF, but every GILF is a MILF.
No,
Touche, sir.
math checks out.
Oh, God damn it. Take a long time, please, Tyler, on yours, because I got 5 Aunt Beckys I'm working with over here.
My top 80s, 90s mom. Because a lot of people to go through. Because I'm also thinking animated moms in the 80s and 90s.
Hey,
yeah.
Ian just looked at this at
It's
the time.
black.
It's 9/11.
Oh. It's a callback joke.
That's my life.
You're the 9/11 devil.
So, animated moms, but my favorite, because at one point she was a MILF. 80s and 90s MILF, Sophia Petrillo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Going golden.
John Golden.
You mean like at pisstasters.com?
Where it's always golden. It's always golden at pisstasters.com.
Bravo,
put that on a
sir. God damn.
I got one.
That was good.
Go Golden at pisstasters.com.
Oh, my God.
We got to do something with this now, with this domain. I don't know. Sell it for $5,000.
Yeah. Someone
If
please
we're
buy it.
lucky. Yeah.
Man, I gotta be honest. Like when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, I was never really like attracted to the moms. It was always more like the people my age, where it was like, okay, so it's tough.
It didn't say, I mean, just be your favorite moms, not to be hottest.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
MILFs implies.
MILF implies, but
Yeah, but you
No one ever said she had
bang
to
'em
be
now.
hot for me to want to fuck her.
amen.
All right. I'm fucking Alf. Alf.
Yeah,
Mom from Al.
Gordon,
Shimway, right?
Gordon, Shimway, yeah, something like that.
Going Alf. I'm mulliganing out of this. I'm not sorry. Alf.
Counts, man.
If I think of someone who's not a puppet, I'll do them for number 3.
I'm having a lot of trouble too. The only one I can come up with like just right now is the mom from Malcolm in the Middle. Is like Jane Kaczmarek or
Yeah,
something
good
like
choice.
that.
Lois Wilkerson.
Lois.
Yeah. Lois Wilkerson. Thank you.
It's a lot of
You only find out in a cut pilot what their name was. Otherwise, they don't want to pigeonhole them as with an ethnic background. So
Oh, no
that
shit.
you never see or mention anything to do with their last names for
No
the whole
shit.
show.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a name tag or something, right? That
or
that
at the end,
she's
yeah.
wearing. Where
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
We ready for me?
Yeah, do it.
The mom
for
from
Chunky.
the mom from Poltergeist, Jo Beth Williams. Always a favorite of mine.
Okay.
Marge Simpson.
God damn it.
Nice.
Alf.
Yep. Yep. I'll allow it.
I can't play this one. I'm sorry. I'm having. I mean, I just
Mouth.
did Annie Potts. Is she ever a mom? Annie Potts.
Yeah, Designing Women.
Was she a mom in Designing
Designing
Women?
Women. Yeah.
Annie.
Yeah,
Whatever
I
her
think she
character's
had a
name
kid.
was. On
Alfie
it.
Potts.
Just name all
Just
four
write Alfie
designing
Potts.
women, and you got it.
There you go.
Well, the guy's next.
So, like the only other one I can think of, whom I've had a thing for, like since I was a child, was actually not a mom on a sitcom until 2001. But I'm still gonna say it, Reba McEntire.
That works.
Yeah,
Reba.
man, Reba.
Yeah, that
I'm writing
totally
that down.
that tracks. She was probably a mom in Tremors. We just never saw the
totally.
kids.
She was
Yeah.
not a mom in Tremors,
No,
but
no,
it's
I wanna
okay.
believe.
That's okay.
Well, we just we don't know.
I don't know. Maybe she had a previous marriage and her kids were away for that week.
You don't live in the desert that long and not have a fucking couple kids.
True.
Ain't
We ain't no other.
Especially
ain't
if
nothing
you're
to
married to
desert
Michael
but
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was giving someone a hint. I said, especially if you're married to Michael Gross.
God damn it.
Just
Diane,
someone,
yeah.
someone take it because I've already got my list done.
Oh, you've
No,
already got
you're
your
next.
list
It's
done.
your turn.
Oh well, yeah, I'm taking
My
that.
number
Fuck.
3, Felicia Rashad, the mom from
Oh,
the
the
Cosby,
Cosby Show. Yeah.
That's a good
I
one.
always thought she was hot.
Yes.
See, it's going back to all my favorite sitcoms growing up. No, see, I'm going to go for characters. Moms, 80s, 90s moms that I liked. That's so I'm spinning this. So Sophia Petrillo, Marge Simpson. See, Lois Wilkerson's good. That's was on my mind when we talked about canceled sitcoms. So, oh no, she's too old. I can't go there.
There's no judgment here. It's okay.
No, I mean it was from like the 50s.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly, I could do better. I could weirdly do 50s, 60s better than 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Same.
But Nick and Night
'Cause
Times.
there was
Yeah.
always a mom in those shows.
Yeah, and they were always like
And they were
pretty
always kinda
hot.
Roseanne.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. I could see that.
I did Google her nude several times as a child just because I was curious.
No shit.
That exists.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I looked. I tried.
I was very confused.
I found fakes. But
Yeah.
that was it.
It'll do.
It'll do. They're still impressive. It'll do.
Hold it back a little ways and went. It looks fine.
I'll go with Jill from Tool Time.
Yeah.
Jill
Okay.
from
nice.
Tool Time.
Good pick.
I'm
Jill Taylor.
I'm gonna take Ian's hint and take Meredith Baxter Burney from
There you go.
Family
Hell
Ties.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
My fourth pick was more of it was like a stepmom, but not immediately. Erin Gray, who played the stepmom to young Ricky Schroeder in Silver Spoons. She ended up becoming the mom figure in that show. So that is my fourth pick. I don't expect any of you to know what I'm talking about, and that is fine.
Is that the one that had the train in it?
It is.
That's all I know about that show.
all you need
I've
to
never
know.
seen any of it, but I know it had that
Very
train.
young Michael. What's the fucking guy's name? He was in Arrested Development, the main guy.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman got his start on that show too.
Oh, yeah. But his sister was in it.
His sister wasn't in that. She
Oh.
was in something else. But he was in it. He was the troublemaking best buddy from next door.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I think she became a birth giver in '99. I think that season 3 because I think it started in 2006.
2006.
I mean, it started in 96.
I know where you're going with
started in
this.
'96. So Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I had just written down Rachel, so
Yep.
so yeah, that gets me out of this draft. So Rachel. Done.
All
Rachel Green.
Yeah, I got mine.
This is the Rachel from Friends.
Yes.
This is the Rachel from Friends.
This kind of keeps with the little bit of a theme that I have going here. Peg Bundy,
Nice.
Motherfucker.
Very
Katie
nice.
Seagal.
That's my 5. That's my 5th too. Sorry. I already made my list. I'm not picking
get it.
someone else.
That's the point
fair.
of the draft. You got to snatch them up.
I haven't chosen all the puppets yet. There's still some puppets left.
I have to brainstorm now and think of a 5th one.
I have a suggestion. I was going to use as an honorable mention. The mom from Beethoven 2. Beethoven 2nd.
Ooh.
Good mom.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And definitely a MILF.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because she has a sister, right?
I don't know.
That mom's her. I think her. She has a more famous sister, but I can't think of her name. Oh well.
I'll take that as my 5th.
All right.
What's her name?
The mom from Beethoven
Mom from
2nd.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know her name either.
I looked her up when I was watching the movie because I was like, what else has she been in? She been in anything else a little more adult?
I'm trying to think, is there any good anime that I love that I watched back then? Is that kind of 80, 90s moms?
Bulma's a mom, right?
But yeah. I think even then she was. Yeah, she definitely had trunks that were from the Japanese version. My heart is pulling me toward. I bet it was in the 90s when that happened. I'll go with the grandmother from Family Matters. Granny Family Matters.
Granny Family Matters.
Oh.
Yes.
That's an honorable mention, right? Like,
Yes. Okay.
All right, 80s, 90s MILFs.
On the books.
Done.
yeah, done. I feel like the mom from that 70s show should get an honorable mention.
Oh, yeah,
Kitty Foreman.
Kitty, yeah, Kitty Foreman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That was definitely that started in the 90s, I'm sure.
It did.
The mom from Dinosaurs, Fran.
The nanny was the nanny a mom?
She took her
Fran
a kid.
Drescher?
Fran Drescher, yeah.
She was a nanny. So
Counts.
There we go. That counts.
Yeah, that should count.
She was a mom in Spinal Tap.
What's next?
are we just going down the list?
I think it'd be funny if we only did one draft on our Oops All Drafts episode.
That's the show, everybody.
Be a short episode, but we can pull it off.
All right,
The
I wasn't
rest
sure.
are rankings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Nice spin.
I feel like we're going to run into the same problem with sitcom families.
Sitcom families
That's
I can do a lot
easier.
easier
Yeah,
than...
that's-
Well, that's true because it doesn't just cover a specific time
Because with
frame.
sitcom families, I'm not like thinking about, oh, fuck, man. Like someone's going to be analyzing like, oh, what kind of woman? What kind of woman is Dave like? Alf, huh? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Families is, I feel like families is different.
Next on the list then is sitcom families.
Please. All right, roll the d6. 1 through 4, Dave is 1. 4, me. So my favorite sitcom family. So it's sitcom, so it's not just any show.
And it's not locked to
Situations.
a decade or...
Yeah, any
Yeah.
generation, situation, comedy.
I don't know a lot of.
And I'm going to say the Petries.
It's good. It's good. Solid answer.
That's a really
Good
good
answer.
What show is that? I don't.
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with the Sinclairs from Dinosaurs.
Nice.
I remember the episode where Robbie took steroids. That'll live in my brain
Yep.
forever.
I don't know the name of the family, but the family from Modern Family, because
The Moderns.
I just really like that show.
That's a smart
hu-
choice
yeah,
for the cast.
It's a huge
Cast is the
family, too, because it's
The Simpsons.
Yep. There it is.
I will snatch up the Bluths.
Ooh, good one.
I'm going to get the Jetsons.
It's good.
They can't just be summarized by one name because they had many names, but Full House, the family from Full House.
Okay. The
right.
Tanners.
Tanners in
Well, it was the
general.
Tanners,
and then
but
Plu-
like
the
Uncle
Tanners plus
Joey,
one.
They weren't all Tanners though.
I'd say that's why I say plus
Oh,
one,
okay,
like
okay.
plus others.
and the
Kimmy
rest.
weren't no Tanner.
What?
Kimmy,
Oh,
Kimmy
Kimmy.
weren't no Tanner.
I think
Ian.
is she though now? I don't know. Something happened, right?
I don't know. She.
I hope she
Something
married
happened in that
Stephanie.
movie that I didn't watch.
Didn't she like defeat Palpatine and now she's a Tanner?
Yes. That's right. I forgot. My next pick is the Reeds. Donna Reed. God, I love Donna Reed.
Let's see. So third round draft pick. I'm gonna go with This Is Us. I don't know the name of that family. Oh well, that's not really a sitcom. Never mind. Taking that back. Not a
That's
sitcom.
a drama, right?
Yep, definitely a drama. Definitely a drama. So then I will say The Banks.
Oh, that's a good one.
From
Fresh Prince.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a good one.
Going with the Costanzas.
Good choice.
Solid.
Good choice.
Love the Costanzas.
Man, I really want to follow that up with the Seinfelds.
They're not. Look, the Costanzas are way more entertaining. I mean,
You're right, but I just really
Jerry
like,
Stiller
I
is
really
like God. I can't imagine anyone else in that role of George's dad.
for
I mean,
sure.
he's so
I
good.
like Jerry's dad too, though. I thought Jerry's dad was pretty funny.
Mort's pretty good,
yeah.
but I mean, there's nothing like the fucking Festivus. I mean, like,
no,
I
you're
don't know.
right.
The bro.
he's just so unhinged.
I'm gonna go
it's
with the
best.
Huxtables, just because I grew up on that shit. So.
Absolutely. For me, my next pick is the Stevens from Bewitched. I would have been absolutely 100% fine with her using her powers as much as she wanted to. Darren was always just so against her using her powers, and I wouldn't be. I'd be like, no, you want to, fuck, go crazy. I don't care. Make us sacks and sacks of money if you want. We'll go gambling.
Woof. Yeah.
Then for 4, I will snatch the Wilkersons.
I'm kind of torn here. I'll go with the Seavers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Connors.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, it's good.
That is really good.
It is a good
Damn
one.
it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
No,
That's
man.
even the name of the sitcom.
Yeah.
That's a fair play, but damn it. Yeah.
I'm rolling up with the Bundys.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
Can't leave the Bundys out.
So my last pick, sitcom families. I'm going to say the Uzumakis
Okay.
from Naruto.
Okay.
Is that a
Now,
sitcom?
wait a minute.
Is that a sitcom, though?
Yeah, you didn't let yourself do a drama.
You're right.
I mean, look,
You're right.
do what you
You're
want
right.
to do, but I'm just saying.
I'd say it's more action. It's not even a comedic anime. So, the Golden Boys, the always.
Fair play. It's a fair play.
No, I'll say it's the Gellers.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm Sorry to double dip, but I grew up on this. The Taylors. Tool
I
Time.
get it.
Yeah.
Home Improvement.
No,
rather. Even as a kid, we call it Tool Time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The show within the show had a better name than the show. I feel like.
Yeah.
What was that show? You mean Tool Time? Yeah, Tool Time.
Yeah, Tool Time.
Yeah, I'm gonna double dip too and take the Keatons from Family
It's
Ties.
good. It's good.
And I'm going to double dip as well and take the Bowers from Who's the Boss.
Nice.
That's my final pick.
Cool. Done. Check.
Donkey Kong had a show. Anyone want to do the Kongs?
That is a big family.
I'm going to switch out the Seavers with the Kongs. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. Switched.
Next on the list is video game.
John left muttering in a hurry.
He's gonna do so fast.
Something's got to happen real fast.
Possibly.
Get out of this goddamn room. So
Motherfuckers picking the Kongs.
I got himself
Another one of those shitty beers.
shitty beer.
Look, the bourbon's really helping. Okay?
Video game villains was the next one I wrote down.
Video game villains.
Not
Okay.
terrible. I'm not going to be terribly equipped for this one.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Alf is always a good option.
Alf.
Alf is on the table.
Pepperoni.
We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Well, next up after that is states.
Do states.
let's do states. All right, let me roll my magical D6 here.
I don't know why I find that so funny.
It is
I'm gonna
funny.
re-roll that and land on the side.
We rolling for fireball damage? What's going on over there? You rolled that motherfucker like 8 times.
It hit 5 and 6, so
Oh, do you not have a D4?
but 3, Ian.
Okay.
I do have a D4. Why did I grab a D6?
I don't know.
Yeah, it perfectly works out. I don't need to do any of that.
Okay, if you roll a 5 or a 6, we all do something I'm not allowed to say.
I wonder what condition I'm under that could have altered my perception of the best choice of dice.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's weird.
That does give me some perspective that I didn't realize the thing that was being talked about had been.
Now I see it the whole time.
I can't.
I cannot see
Can't
it.
not.
Find the answer at pisstasters.com.
But 3, so Ian.
New York.
I heard that's what dreams are made of.
Love New York City. Love it.
They make shirts that say that. I'm pretty sure.
I heart the shit out of New York.
Because of it being the biggest influx of Democratic votes, I'm going to say California.
It knows how to party.
California.
Big worth the most electoral points.
Going Florida. Going Florida.
Florida.
Wow. It's a bold move.
Going Florida. I've lived there. I liked it.
all right.
Florida's a good state.
Florida, the thing with Florida is
Got a
they're
lot of
very
theme parks.
No one said best state.
just states.
Favorite state.
Not even favorite state. It's just states.
Just the state.
This is my favorite kind of draft.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This ain't favorite states.
Nope. It's
just
states, homie. States. Is it your turn? Yep. Name a state. Are there wrong answers? No.
No? Well, yeah, there are tons of wrong
Yeah,
answers.
if you say France, that's a wrong answer.
There's only 50 right answers for you to choose from.
Good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. Florida. Final answer.
Fuck.
I'm taking Colorado.
You bastard.
You had
Friendship over.
47 fucking states to choose from, and you took that one? I wanted it. Fucking Alaska.
That's a good
Alaska's
state.
a good
It's a big
state.
one.
Yeah.
This is
Alaska
a big
is
fucking
It's the
state.
biggest one.
It's cold. It's big.
That's what I would have gotten.
I've been told that Florida's a good size.
It's just the right size.
Oregon.
They made a game after that one.
Phil's there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Phil's State.
Hopefully without dysentery.
I doubt Terry put him there.
Oh man, I could see it as soon as.
Yep. Yep.
He was dysentery.
You had to go to Oregon.
Man, we got a dash of Randy in that one.
Man, you're not kidding.
Well, John,
You're not kidding.
Like just a pinch. Just like throw that in the
soup
soup.
sauce.
This moment is when it starts. It started today, and it will only grow.
Computer note in the ship's log. This is the day.
Is it anybody gonna say distress? That's a state.
How about panic? Anybody got panic?
The State from MTV. Remember that show? It was good.
Arousement.
How about gaseous?
Yeah, the states that matter. That counts. I'm gonna go with
Plasma.
plasma. I'm gonna go with Alf. Alf. What state is most like Alf? I'll go with Arkansas.
That's a good one.
Arkansas.
I'd say Ohio is more like Alf.
I like to call it Arkansas myself.
Arkansas.
Yeah. That's how
I'm
it's spelled.
also a CCR fan. Like the Ohio. You're familiar with the Ohio meme? Yes.
Yeah.
Because
No?
Typical Ohio person.
man, I gotta
I don't know the Ohio meme either.
Ohio's like it's like a whole. It's like
it's something for the young.
I've had to explain to Henry so many times. If something's busted, he calls it Ohio because that's the Ohio meme. If something's janky, it's Ohio.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I did not
So when
know
you
that.
said Ohio, I thought you were referencing Alf, which is a little janky. But I've had to explain to him like, dude, we border Ohio, like, and like what the country doesn't know is, I mean, I'd probably rather live in Ohio.
Yeah. I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is there. Hell, it's round on both ends and high in the middle. Just saying.
I can only deal with one at a time. Ian.
I can't help it. He brought it out in me. I'm like, I gotta go there.
All right, okay, that's
See,
fair.
I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan, so I like Ohio. I don't know.
I like Ohio too. I've never had a
But
bad
he's
experience.
picking
Well,
Arkansas.
He's picking.
I'm picking Arkansas. I have had a bad experience in Ohio. I take it back.
Haven't we all at least once had a bad experience in Ohio?
I know this is weird, but I'm gonna pick Massachusetts
Okay,
because
fun to say.
it is fun to say, and I've been to Boston once.
Does it have the most S's in its name? Or no, that's Mississippi, probably.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how many.
I'm
S's?
counting S's. What a weird way to end my Thursday, counting S's
I
in
think
states.
it's only. I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure
Massachusetts
it's
is fine.
Minnesota.
I went to Boston once, and it was cool. So I'm picking Massachusetts.
All right, that's a good answer.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna spell it. I'm just gonna write Mass on this card and put a period.
You could just go airport codes, MA.
There
Yep.
you go.
I think that's Massachusetts, isn't it?
Well, that's the state. Yeah, that's their state abbreviation.
Well, that's true. Okay. My next state, I'm going to pick Nevada,
Okay,
home of lovely,
Okay.
wonderful Las Vegas. I do like Nevada. It's a dry heat in Nevada.
try. Yeah,
I love fish and pineapples. So Hawaii.
it's a really
so
good
Oregon
answer.
again, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Oregon, the second time.
Montana. I love fish and
Oregon.
pineapples, so Montana, naturally.
Going with Louisiana,
There you go, home state.
home state, New Orleans.
I'm gonna go with. I am actually gonna go with Montana because
Yellowstone is there.
it's pretty. It's fucking pretty. Like I watch a show and like half that fucking show is just shots of that state, and it's pretty. And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, man, I could live in that state.
They don't shoot that show in Montana.
I don't give a fuck.
But I know what
Whatever
you mean.
state that is, I
I
live
know what
there.
you mean. I know exactly.
Where do they shoot it?
It's right next door. I can't think of the
Wyoming?
It's Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
I'm writing. Oh, Wyoming. I'm writing it down. When it comes back around to me, Wyoming,
I'm gonna pick my home state, Tennessee.
No.
Tennessee.
You hate Tennessee.
There's a lot of things I like about
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay. All right.
He doesn't have to like it. He
I
just
hate
has to name a
It's
state.
just a
I
state.
hate Tennessee drivers,
Okay. Okay.
but otherwise I'm fine with Tennessee.
All right. Maybe that's what I'm. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Nashville's there.
Yeah.
Memphis is there.
I like Nashville. I like Memphis.
Pigeon
Yeah.
Forge is there.
I haven't been to Pigeon Forge.
Never been there.
Rock City is there.
Loved Rock City as a kid.
Gatlinburg is there.
Gatlinburg is there.
Loved Gatlinburg as a kid.
Lots of fun, and I am from there, so Tennessee.
It's a good call.
I'd always like to go to Canada. So right up there on the border, I'm going to go with Washington.
Okay.
Washington State.
Washington.
All right.
I would like to ask Phil how he feels about Washington. Because
Something tells me they hate Washington the way we hate Illinois.
But like, what's in Washington?
My answer is Illinois. It's my next state.
That's fine.
Illinois.
Again, mostly the drivers from Southern Illinois that come down here is
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm referring
yeah.
to.
Chicago rules.
Chicago is cool.
Chicago
as
rules.
fuck. Chicago is cool as
Illinois.
fuck. Yeah.
Damn, if I only picked 3.
4. We've done 4. Your last state you picked was
Montana.
Montana.
The big Montana.
I only have 3 though.
Yeah, it's your turn to pick
Did I?
4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, fuck. I don't know. What's a
I've
good
got
state?
4 written down.
That's because you went first.
Oh, right. I forgot the
I'm
order
last.
changed.
Okay.
I forgot the order changed. We work in computers.
What's a good state?
Again, it doesn't have to be a good one.
Just name a
Or
state.
just a state.
just a
Well, I don't
state.
just want to name a state. I want to think of like a reason to name.
Do
that.
this shit Yoda style. Close your eyes, clear your mind, and just a state will come out.
New
It'll-
Mexico.
Got it. Got it.
that.
Man,
Just
I
fucking
love
like
it.
that.
I love it. New Mexico. I love it. I've been there.
I have no
Great strip
reason.
club there.
I've never been there.
I drove through it.
Yeah, I know almost nothing about it. Just seems like a good state.
All right. I love it.
It's right beside. It's beside Arizona. It's in between like Arizona and California, right?
Now, we can't prove that. The science doesn't exist yet for us to
Okay.
prove
I
that.
think it's.
Is it on the other side of Arizona?
Mexico,
I don't even know
Nevada,
my fucking
Arizona,
own country's geography.
California.
But you knew it was a state, and that's all that
It was a
matters
state, yeah.
for this ranking, not a draft.
You're right. It's a ranked.
Ranking. Yeah.
So I'm going to pick.
But wait,
There's more.
I haven't picked one.
oh, yeah, you're
yeah,
right. You
sure
go
got it.
next. Sorry.
Pennsylvania.
That's a solid choice.
It
man.
is. It
it's a
is.
solid choice.
Home of Liberty.
And Rocky.
And
Yingling.
Heinz ketchup. And the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hershey's.
And Hershey's.
It's
chocolate,
always-
which
it's
I
always
happen
sunny.
to like.
And
Oh,
Rocky.
that's,
It's always
that's
sunny
the family.
in.
That's the family I should have picked.
The Reynolds.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn. Fuck it. Let's do it over.
All right, Dave, you go first.
All right.
Shit, I don't know who to say.
Florida.
I thought you picked Florida because of Lisa Simpson's costume. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, I did.
So good.
So we got the Mall of America in this state.
Ooh, I know the one.
And also apparently in the capital, they try to see if they can go all winter without going outside because everything's affected by sky bridges and tunnels and all that shit.
The Mayo Clinic is there.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. So Minnesota.
Minnesota. There is a Mayo Clinic there, I should say. It's not the only one, but I think it's the
but it's
first
like
one.
the one, though, right?
That's it.
I got one. We're on 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's Dave and John.
Oh yeah. God damn, I can't keep the order right.
This is tough, man. I'm going to have some honorable mentions for sure. But
You've lived in a lot of states, though.
I have, but this is just states.
He's a proper judge.
This is just states. I got the United States penis. I got the United States boot. I got to go for the glove. I'm going for Michigan.
Yep,
That's a good
one.
call. Yeah.
None of us said our own state.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean,
That is correct.
your own state's kind of boring, though. You know,
That is true.
Like, I mean, you live there. It's not exotic in any way. You know.
Well, not to us.
Also,
I mean,
we're in Kentucky, which is not exotic in any way.
What was your 5, John?
I haven't picked yet.
Kentucky.
No, I was actually gonna say, though it may be janky, Ohio.
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 Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Give me Ohio.
I got
Ding.
Number 1 answer on the board. The Turleys move into the lead.
Pass or play?
Is that?
Pass, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't know we were still playing.
We're playing Family Feud now,
Family
John.
Feud,
We've been
yeah,
doing this
sorry.
for like an hour.
We've been taking turns playing Steve Harvey.
Wait. Who was the guy? Not Richard Dawson. The guy in the 90s.
Al Borland.
He was
The one that killed himself?
the one that killed himself.
And Jay Peterman. The one who isn't any of the ones we named. Ray something.
Ray.
Ray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
You're
You're
right.
right. Because it's funny because out of all the Family Feud hosts, that's the one I remember the most.
Me too.
You know.
Yeah, that's when I started watching the show for the first time. He was the host.
And I've
Dawson
seen
was
episodes of Dawson, and I'm like,
Same with
yeah, that
Dawson.
motherfucker's smooth as shit.
Yeah. It's
Dawson
it's
could
fun.
play.
It's fun to watch
He's
Dawson Family
Yeah.
Feud.
Oh yeah, he's a pimp.
Do you know when he stopped kissing the contestants?
When?
When he got married.
Oh really?
You know who he married?
I don't.
A former contestant that he kissed.
Okay.
Wow. She put a
Who
stop
was
to
the
that.
part
She's
of
like, that's it,
someone's-
you got me, man.
I wonder if it was like the wife of someone and she left him for Richard Dawson.
Huh.
It's probably like someone's sister. Someone's.
It's more fun the way it's more fun to think the other way.
I
Though.
always go that route first,
Yeah.
just because
What's next? Pizza toppings?
Randy.
Pizza toppings.
All right. Yeah.
Fast
Next.
food desserts is next.
Fast food desserts.
I have Maine as an honorable mention because of Stephen King. I've never been to Maine.
Okay.
Would
Oh,
love to
that's
go to
solid.
Maine sometime and
Yep.
I hear it's very pretty.
see all the St. Bernards and zombie cats and shit.
Yeah.
Maine, honorable mention.
I'd give Vermont an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
damn.
Because
If
it's
I
really
thought about
pretty and I
Vermont.
like syrup. So
I should have said Vermont instead of Minnesota. Yep.
I've heard good things about Rhode Island.
Oh, you're thinking of Burn.
Rhode Island. I'd love to check out Rhode Island. Delaware.
I'd love to go to just about. I'd love to go to every state and see
Yeah,
a
that'd be
little
awesome.
something
That'd
in
be
every
awesome.
state.
Absolutely.
And I've been to quite a few, but
I have not.
like west,
Let's
like
go to some states.
northeast and west. I haven't been to. I've been to a lot of southern states, but mostly that's it. Yeah.
A lot of I've been to a lot of states, but it was like just driving through on my way to other states. You know, it's like
States do be like that sometimes.
I drove. Yeah, yeah.
Fly over 'em.
Interstates, even.
Like I had to drive from the East Coast, like in North Carolina, like to Oklahoma. So I went through a lot of states, and then and it was weird. Like we had to take a really weird. I went through the top of Louisiana coming back. So like we had to take a really weird.
On a
So
raft.
that took like a lot of southern states too. So I like hit all those in the middle and everything. But like we didn't. You know, I mean, I stopped at a gas station.
Yeah.
in most of those states, but I can't really claim I've been there.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
count- I don't count
technically,
them.
I've been there,
Sure.
but I haven't really been there. You know, so.
I get it. I don't count those either. But
Yeah, I mean, I've been to L.A., but only in the airport, making a change from. We had to fly to L.A. from Las Vegas to pick up our flight to get home. So yeah, I was in L.A. technically in the airport, but that was it.
yeah, airports are kind of tough though, because I feel like you get a little bit more. You get more culture in an airport than you. Granted, it's airport culture, but you get more culture there than you do
Just driving
in your bubble in
Yeah,
your car.
You're actually
Yeah.
getting
absolutely.
something. Yeah.
or even in a gas station. Or
Yeah.
something, you know, like if you're just stopping to eat or.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But now I agree, but you don't get a lot from a gas station, but you might get more culture from a gas station than an airport. Just because
of the shit they'll have that maybe you're not familiar
right.
with, or
in an airport's a whole bunch of people from different places. While it's
Yeah.
like when we stopped at the gas station at Texas on the way when we were traveling cross country, it's like that's all I remember from Texas. I don't claim Texas as being a state that I've been in, but still, just that gas station was like, man, their gas stations are weird.
That's how I felt in New Jersey. Whenever like I go to get out, I was like, no, get back in your car. They pump your gas. They have to.
I've driven through there. Yeah, when I drove to Providence, I have been in Rhode Island. I forgot about that shit until you mentioned New Jersey, because I drove through New Jersey and I thought that was really weird that like they have every gas station is full service.
Not when Ian mentioned Rhode Island.
You mentioned Rhode Island?
I just said that I would like to see Rhode Island.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man. I didn't notice that at all.
He had a whole sentence about it, John.
Man, I've been drinking. It's fine.
I'm just messing with you. He didn't say Rhode Island. He did.
But I did.
So we better do pizza toppings. And
Pizza toppings?
It's getting late.
Pizza time, Cowabunga.
So is it pizza toppings or fast food desserts?
Pizza toppings. I think that's the one we all
Pizza
felt. That was immediate. Like, we
let's
want
do
that
that.
one.
Are there 20 pizza toppings?
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
thinking
Yeah,
pizza
yeah.
toppings.
You're right.
Probably.
If you're creative enough.
Yeah, let's get weird. on our pizza.
Yeah. Hemorrhoids.
Roll
that
D4.
beautiful bean footage.
Once I can figure out where I put it.
You got it? You got one?
No, I don't know where I put
Okay, you got
my pink
the
one.
dice mug over there.
Yeah, this is the lovely
Oh, it's the Irvin
Irvin
Cobb
Cobb
Apartments mug.
that-
That's awesome.
that Ian brought me. Yeah.
You just roll a D4?
There are none.
Holy shit.
No, they're just so small they're at the bottom. Here we go. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Tyler.
Okay. So number one pizza topping for me, cheese.
That's good. It's important. Cheese is important.
Is that really considered a topping, or is that like?
It's on top of a pizza, ain't it?
I'm also going to say
But
sauce.
it is. Well, hold on though. The cheese is the top of the pizza.
You get a certain layer, a certain minimum amount of cheese, unless you add, say, a cheese pizza, then you get another layer.
Can you?
Oh, really?
Cheese is still a topping on top of the base layer of cheese that they put on.
Okay, yeah, then that tracks.
And can you omit it from an order? And can you order more of it?
Can you omit cheese
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
a pizza?
Yeah.
can.
Tomato pie.
And at Domino's, you totally can.
You can leave the cheese
No
off.
shit.
Yeah, you can leave the
Yes.
cheese.
I
Like
did not
that.
know that.
can
I
order-
knew that like in Italy, pizza does not necessarily come with cheese.
Right.
But I did not know that an American pizza chain would sell you a pizza with no cheese.
I mean, I
just-
might be wrong.
No, I'm sure you're right.
You definitely
I'm sure you're
can
right, 'cause
leave the
I've
cheese
seen the
off.
little the app where you can
Well,
pick.
before
you know.
veganism was more popular. I mean, you just,
Oh.
That is true, too.
Okay, didn't know that.
And I would even say it's not my pick yet,
Now it is.
but no, I can't. There's one I got to get in before anybody gets it. That's pepperoni cups. Cups.
Yep.
Oh,
Pepperoni
okay.
cup.
Definitely different
The
from
grease
slices.
cups. Grease
Yep.
cups. Yeah.
Yep. Number one pick. Number one. But what I was gonna say is, and that like you can leave sauce off a pizza. So I mean, it's like, and you can substitute different sauces.
Man,
it
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
have to be red
look,
sauce. I mean,
Look, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. This
pesto, Alfredo,
Alfredo,
barbecue,
yeah.
yeah.
mustard,
Fuck.
Anything goes, man.
gravy
Just-
on a breakfast pizza.
Yo, yeah, man. Fuck. Yeah, because one of my favorite pizzas is barbecue chicken pizza, and its sauce is barbecue sauce. It's not
Yeah.
fucking tomato sauce.
So is barbecue sauce your pick?
Oh, no.
They can be a base and a topping.
You're right. You're right. I I know this is kind of a weird choice. It's
Perfect.
definitely not a popular choice, but like
Michigan.
I like tomatoes.
Yes.
As a topping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Roma,
Yeah, like a Roma?
tomatoes or sun-dried tomatoes
yeah, man.
on top of a pizza.
Throw one of my
fucking good.
toppings I'm going to pick in the future: spinach, some chicken on there. Hell yeah!
So you really locked that one in there. That was nice.
No, it's still on the table.
You can pick it, but you're a fucking asshole. you do
Pick it.
now.
It's fair game. I just want to talk. Man, I love that shit.
No,
Roma
I love
tomato.
tomatoes.
Fuck yeah, some chicken on there, some spinach, some feta even.
That's
Now we're talking.
basically
Light
the
sauce.
cosmic karma from Mellow Mushrooms. Like
Oh,
my
man.
favorite fucking pizza ever.
I haven't been to Mellow Mushroom in a minute.
it's
In
so
a mellow minute.
So fucking good.
It is
And it's
good.
got, yeah, tomatoes on.
It is good.
Tomatoes and pesto.
Pesto. I gotta be careful with the pesto.
So good.
What about you, Ian? Number 1.
Pepperoni, Tyler.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Straight up.
I'm going to go with my favorite pizza topping. Goes on all sorts of pizzas. Pineapple.
Pineapple. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have took that one for sure.
I love it on a savory pizza. I love it on a dessert pizza.
Number 2 pick for me is jalapeno.
That was my number 3 if it got there.
I had to jump on that one. It's not as important to me as pepperoni cups. I get excited because sometimes they don't specify what kind of pepperoni is on a pizza. You know, you go to a new place and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then when it comes in and they're little cups, it's like, fuck yeah. And they're crispy. The edges of those circles are crispy.
Marco's is the only place I know I can get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Red bell peppers.
Okay.
I like red bell peppers.
I do too. Good choice.
Ian.
Mushrooms, Tyler.
God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like mushrooms, but I like mushrooms when there's a bunch of other stuff on the pizza.
I like a mushroom
Yeah.
pepperoni.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can go with that because the pepperoni is such a powerful flavor. You know, like, I can deal with that. But normally, I like mushrooms on like a almost completely vegetable pizza.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
I
one
like
of my
any
favorites.
type of mushrooms on the pizza that normally come on pizza, but different places have different types of mushrooms. So they're like garden mushrooms or like the kind that you get out of a fucking can.
I like the
I like
canned
them
ones
both.
on pizza.
I like them both,
Yeah,
but
you
I do
cook
think
'em
I
and either
prefer
one is
those
good.
on pizza too. Lots of cheese, lots of pepperoni, lots of mushrooms. I'm good to go.
I'm going to say one of my newest, probably in the pizza repertoire of things that I like, the newest addition, I'll pick for my third, which will be hot honey.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
That's a
man.
solid
Yes.
choice. That's a solid choice.
I'll go with spinach finally. I like spinach a lot.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it on pizza, but it's one of those where it's like I have to, if I want to include spinach on my pizza, I'm building a specific pizza. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to pair it with.
you're
certain
not
things.
putting like pepperoni and spinach together.
I could do it, though.
probably. I mean, I'd eat it, but it's not going to be like something that I think would go together
Yeah.
necessarily.
I like making salads out of spinach. I mean, yeah, dude.
If you go to Subway, spinach instead of lettuce.
Maybe that'll help my digestion.
Dude, 100% it will. Yeah, and it ain't like the fucking lettuce, man. The spinach is so fucking far superior on any Subway sandwich.
Okay, I didn't know that. It's been a long time since I've been to a Subway.
Well, now you can go because you know you can get spinach instead of lettuce.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. I'm Jimmy John's loyal now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't eat at Jimmy John's very
love
often.
Jimmy John's.
I do like
the
it.
unwedge is strangely enough my favorite.
Dude,
so.
the onion which rocks.
I need to try that, I guess.
Oh my god!
Because my issue with Jimmy John's is that the bread is too fucking like hard.
Well,
then
then you should
the
get an
unwedge.
I probably should. Yeah, I probably should.
I've grown accustomed to that hard bread. I like it now.
I don't.
I love it. I love how hard it is to eat that fucking bread.
Look, I am
I
a
love
fucking
it.
bread masochist, and look how hard
Just
it is.
want it. I want to suffer while I'm eating that bread. I want to sit and have a sub sandwich from Jimmy John's with difficult to eat bread
I want to worry about my teeth.
with power from Chainsaw Man. Dave understands.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I'm with that.
Banana peppers.
It's a good one.
I love fucking banana peppers.
Yes, banana peppers, great. Good pick.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling Tyler in our discussion, I'm kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to pizza. I'll eat just about any pizza as long as it doesn't have onions on it, and that's just because I can't eat the onions. But I'm going to have to go continue with the traditional toppings and pick just sausage. And I don't mean Italian sausage. I mean the crumbly, regular ass sausage. I love it. Love sausage.
Love sausage and mushroom pizza.
Yeah, that's another excellent combo. If I can't have my pepperoni for some reason, I will go with sausage.
It's like my father-in-law's jam. Actually, is sausage, pepperoni, and mushroom. Like he likes that.
That's a good combo.
I like it's good. Yeah, sure, yeah.
For number 4, I'm going to say roasted garlic.
I like olives on a pizza. I like black olives on a pizza. So I'm going black olives.
That, sir, is where you and I disagree.
Yeah,
I can't do olives.
Olives are a divisive food, right?
I've thought about going to Midtown Market to their olive bar and just like, I'm going to come here every day and eat like 1 or 2. See if I can't eventually acquire a taste for it.
You're gonna like force yourself into loving
Get some
olives.
good ones. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I did with
okay,
blue cheese.
okay.
What I did with grapefruit juice. Maybe I can do with olives.
Man, olives. They're good. I like green olives too. But on a pizza, I mean, it's black olives.
Okay, so my 4th one is buffalo chicken.
Okay.
I feel like everything else I've had is pretty run of the mill, but I do like buffalo chicken on pizza.
I do like green olives on a pizza. For
Nice.
me, that is my 4th, is green olives. Can't have too many of them.
Sure.
I mean, you just can't, and you shouldn't eat too many green olives at once anyway. But I do very much love them. Just the little tiny martini olives or whatever, not the big fat ones, you know.
Right.
Little bitty bite-sized
The little
olives.
rings.
Sliced up and, the little rings and throw on that pizza, especially when it's coupled with pepperoni and mushroom. I'll have olives any day of the week. So green olives for me.
So I would like to point out, though, that although I don't like olives and will pick them off of almost any other pizza, just a regular supreme pizza typically has olives on it. And I don't bother with it because there's so much other shit there.
Yeah.
I can't really taste the olives and I just eat them anyway.
Yeah.
And so.
I like very vinegary things, and olives really, they're tangy. They get that real
Love
good
my balls
vinegar.
again.
Yeah.
Vinegary is fuck.
Like a bag of salt and vinegar kettle chips.
They taste like Pringles.
Well, these are vinegary balls you got here, Tyler.
And they got potato flakes.
I don't even know what that's a reference to. I'm afraid to ask.
Pringles.
His balls are like Pringles, Dave.
Oh, okay. Came in a can
They put their
in a factory downtown. Ah, fuck. That's peaches, not balls. The opposite. But it means butt now. Isn't that when I was like in middle school, a peach was like a vagina.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now it's a butt.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, when did that happen?
Emojis, right?
I guess so.
Gen Zers.
Yeah.
Gen Zers labeled the peach the butt.
Like when that change happened, I got real confused. Because I was like, everyone's talking about pussy.
Talking about pussy. Well,
Whoa!
there's vulva
What
everywhere.
a magical world we live in now. Oh, butts. All right. Well,
Man.
that's fine too, I guess.
Is
but
pussy cool again? Is it the 70s out here?
butt's fine, but it ain't pussy.
I feel like I've got a good.
You
a
need
solid,
to apologize to Taryn. Everyone needs to apologize.
No.
No, she didn't.
I love pussy, and I don't care if she doesn't like that.
Same.
Okay.
I'm glad we
all
finally
right.
got your take on pussy.
I'm pro
You know,
pussy.
I was
in case.
always a little curious about how you
Not a
felt
lot of
about
podcast
it.
hosts will come out and say that.
You could have asked at any time, man.
Oh, I know.
How do you feel about pussy? Well, I happen to love it.
Almost like a 1970s commercial for pussy.
Most matter of fact answer ever.
Why, thank you, dear. I happen to love pussy. Bring me my taster's choice.
Piss tasters. Boy, I love pussy. Piss tasters.
You know what comes out? Piss. Sometimes.
Piss taster's choice.
.com.
So red pepper flakes for my number 5.
Ooh, yeah, sir.
That's a good choice.
Yes, sir. That makes me want to go for the Parmesan, but I'm not gonna. I'm going with onions. I love onions on fucking everything, man. Pretty much.
They're tasty.
Onions are great, and I love onions on pizza.
I do normally get onions on my pizza.
I'm saddened.
Onions.
Onions.
I'm sad that I cannot eat them because I do very much enjoy them.
Yeah.
They're good.
Man, my 5th, kind of weird and definitely very particular to certain other toppings. It's not something that I would pick by itself. And it's definitely not something that I would pick for every pizza, but with other specific toppings that work super well. I like sriracha on a pizza.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Man, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I felt like you were going to a much darker place from that.
What dark pizza topping did you think?
I don't know, man, but your lead-in was like
He's talking about pussy again.
your
John.
lead-in was so bleak. Where it's like, this is so weird, but I know this is gonna be. Oh no, but I don't have sriracha. Oh fuck! I thought he was gonna say apricots.
Eyeballs.
Humanity's sins.
Right? You guys ever just come in a jar over the course of 2 months and then dump it on a big Domino's pizza?
It has to be a Domino's pizza.
And you have to specifically
always a
masturbate to
Domino's
this particular person.
It's gotta have the crust, the thin crust that comes up like a lid. Is it catching it all?
I call it Mona Juice. It's a Mona Juice pizza.
I've been eating nothing but pineapple for 2 months.
This better save me all that money I've been thinking.
That's where I thought you were going. Sriracha's pretty good.
I do. I feel like it's a little bit of a letdown at this point.
No,
Casey.
no, big fan.
But Casey scolded me for putting sriracha all over my quesadillas, and I mean I'll put it over anything. I mean,
because it's not like a Mexican spicy instead of a
Who cares?
So a Thai
Yeah, who
spicy. I
gives
was
a
like, man,
fuck,
don't be
man?
saucist, man. You can put sriracha
Don't
on
be
anything.
saucist.
That's a good point.
I'll put hollandaise on this burger if I want.
He'd be more
I
for
ain't
that.
sauces.
What's your number 5, Ian?
Bacon.
Yes, sir.
But specifically well cooked, crunchy bacon.
That's good on
Little
pizza, yeah.
like broke
little
up.
pieces, tiny pieces.
Don't want stringy, chewy bacon
no
on a pizza.
You don't want
fatty
big, you don't want big
garbage.
chunks of bacon.
Well, you have
want,
to
like,
ask for a light bake if you want that. So
Yeah, you do.
There it is.
You really do. Good.
Dude, I told somebody that story not that long ago about the NY
Lounge.
Nine
Lounge. Yeah.
Are they still doing like your?
It just I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
During the snowstorm the other day, I drove past there last week, a couple weeks ago, when we had the snow. They had all these fucking grand opening flags up. Nobody's in the parking lot except
Yeah.
for one car, which is probably the guy that fucking bought the place, thinking it's still 99 Lounge, and it still says coming soon. Bring your own hibachi.
I was about to say, there's not doing bring your own yakisoba still.
Yeah.
we got electrical sockets. Bring your own hibachi.
Right?
The fuck? What?
It says coming
Bring
soon.
your own hibachi?
This is the next washing. I'm telling you, it's going to stay.
It is. It
Right
is the
where it
next.
is.
Yeah, you're right. It's just people keep buying it. It's the problem, right?
I think from now until the end of time, nothing will happen to that building, and the sign will always say, "Coming soon. Bring your own hibachi."
One day that will be a car lot.
Yes,
I guarantee. I would bet you $100 that one day that'll be a car lot.
Yep, probably.
the biggest, most luxurious car lot. But
I just love saying 99 Lounge. It's my favorite thing ever.
Crappy R/crappy design. Bacon.
Bacon's
Good
good
answer.
draft. It's a good draft.
Ranking.
That was a good
I like
draft.
that one. So now we're a little past 10 o'clock now, so I know we probably need to shut it down.
Honorable mentions though first.
Yes.
I got one. I got a big
Can
one.
dipping things
Absolutely.
into it count?
Absolutely. We got the hot honey. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you do your last one, Tyler?
Red pepper flakes.
Oh, yeah. You were first. I was last.
Ham.
Ham is a good
God, I love
choice.
ham.
Solid.
On a fucking pizza. Damn.
But it seems like the only time, if I don't have a say in the order, if people order pizza that includes ham, it's always got pineapple, and I don't particularly care
get
for
that.
pineapple on pizza, but I do like ham. Just done it by itself on a pizza with maybe a meat of another kind, like a pepperoni. Part of a meat lovers is always ham, which is excellent. Ham is a great,
Good
great
crispy
pick.
edges on that one too.
That's that chocolate chips. I love a
Oh,
good
like a
dessert.
dessert pizza?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that dessert pizza.
Pizza Inn's got some
Fuck, it's so good.
delicious
Yeah, they do.
dessert pizzas.
I was just in here looking at my top
Eggs.
5.
For a breakfast pizza. Like your
If you're a
breakfast pizza.
fucking Rockefeller.
Yeah. Dude, no.
You're right.
Dude, there's a fucking Minute Mart. I used to live in Smithland. I had to drive past the Ledbetter Minute Mart, and they had breakfast pizza in there.
Yep.
I literally got an extra piece to take to someone at work just because I was telling them about it. I was like, "It's so good," and they were like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "Trust me on this." And I brought them a piece, and they took a bite of it, and were like,
Next day, they'd be like, "Hey,
"Oh fuck, that was really
got any
good."
more of that breakfast pizza
And
in your
fucking
car?
gravy as sauce.
Is there any
Like-
left over from yesterday?"
Gravy as sauce.
Gravy as
White
sauce, cheese, eggs, bacon, sausage.
Yeah, my mom always bought
man, it was so
like
good.
Schwann's breakfast pizzas for me growing up, so I ate a lot of those.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
The Schwann's guy.
Schwann's, man.
I like ranch. I dip my pizza in ranch every single time I eat pizza. I have to have ranch to dip it in.
I have to have ranch for the crust. I don't necessarily want to dip the pizza itself in it, but I eat the crust with ranch. I would rather have ranch on the crust than I would the garlic butter. And I know a lot of
I
people
don't care
love
for the garlic butter. It's just a little too. Ugh
I like it
for me.
okay.
Garlic butter. Big fan.
I like it okay, but I'm not like I would rather have ranch.
But I'm very picky about ranch. I do not generally eat ranch dressing unless it is Hidden Valley. So like we'll bring pizza home and I'll eat it. Or if it's like a salad bar that has ranch, that's usually pretty good ranch. So I'll get that. But like I don't like the flavor of like Papa John's ranch cups.
yeah, and that's because no.
So I'll do without if I
Shelf
can't have
stable
ranch.
ranch for the most part. I don't enjoy as much. I like the Hidden Valley Ranch packet with some buttermilk with some mayonnaise.
Dairy Queen actually mixes it up like now. They make it every day.
That's better. It's so much better.
And it's Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
So they make it up every day. And
I don't
that's really
suggest
Wingstop
that.
has good ranch too.
They do.
They do.
We
have
buy
really good
the
ranch.
fucking
It is
thing.
We do too.
Oh, the thing. It's this big. It's like a goblet of
We pretend it's for
ranch.
both of us, but it's for Nikki.
Man, I'm sure glad we got that ranch. I'm hungry for it.
Yeah, I support her and her ranch, but I'm usually like, I'm gonna have a little bit of ranch when I'm eating wings. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just
I like
using
blue
the
cheese more
wings
for
as a
wings.
vehicle to get the ranch
ranch.
into my mouth.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't. I love that ranch.
That's how I am with that avocado hot sauce.
There you
Got
are.
fucking everything.
Dude, that is the best deal in the dollar store is that avocado
They sell that
Hot
shit
sauce.
in the dollar
in
store.
my dollar store. Yep.
You've been overpaying.
I have been getting fucking ripped off. If you're
The
getting
fleecing
that
of
shit
America.
for $1, holy
over-
shit! Or
I don't know if it's $1. It's not Dollar Tree,
couple
but Dollar
bucks.
General.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
it's like $1.50, $2.
murdered
It's
some
fucking
taquitos
phenomenal.
with that shit last night. Last night.
I always keep a bottle in the fridge after you bought it, and I saw it at the dollar store. It's like, hell yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was just sitting here looking at my top 5, thinking about how much I would love to have a pizza with all of these things.
Man, I know this was a bad one.
I
This is
know.
a bad one to do.
I normally-
right at
because-
the end, yeah.
I normally can't eat this time of night, but I'd eat some fucking pizza right about now. 'cause
Don't-
This sounds good.
No, let's not make plans. This sounds like the beginning of Pizza Plans,
Nope.
which I would love to do, but
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
All right.
Very jealous.
Don't be
Jerry
talking to
Stiller.
Tim.
You guys want to wrap this up?
Yep.
Yes,
Tyler, lead us out, my
Thanks
friend.
for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not
Piss
SoundCloud,
Tasters.
Stitcher, pisstasters.com, google.com. They're equal. Stitcher, Spotify, just Google us. We're over there. We're everywhere.
I'm going to mention again, in case you weren't paying attention at the beginning of the show, we do have a T-shirt promotion coming up. We're going to be doing a limited run of custom designed TADPOG T-shirts done by Choctopus and his team.
Boss Battles.
At bossbattles.gg. Check out their work. They've got some really cool stuff out there.
Yep.
And we're gonna be bringing you more information on that as we get it. But start your little T-shirt envelope. Let's get you $5 a week in that T-shirt envelope. You'll be set and ready to rock.
Yep.
And you'll be part of this limited edition party. We also have a Patreon. And I don't know if you know it, but patreon.com/tadpog is the place you can go if you want to just give us money because you like what we do here and you support us. And we do have a lot of very generous supporters.
That's where Piss Tasters.
That's where
should point
Piss
to.
Tasters
The Tadpog
point to is the
Patreon.
Tadpog Patreon. You're absolutely
Because it's fun
right.
to type, right?
Yeah.
And then once people type it in, they're like, "Well, I'm here
Find it.
already."
I guess I gotta pay for this. I got this paywall to get to the Piss Tasters content, so I'm gonna give them $1.
Can't wait for all this juicy piss content that's behind this paywall.
Immediate cancel. Thought it was literal piss tasting.
Yeah,
And
reason
the
for
cancel
leaving.
reason.
Not enough piss tasting.
Never enough.
All right. But in addition to just our normal regular donors that, again, we're so grateful for your donations, all of them. But
Yes.
we do have a list of people that we like to refer to as our executive producers. These are the people that donate $20 or more per month to our little show. And I want to read you their names so we can be sure to honor them properly. Starting with Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Usurper Grimm, sorry I lost my place, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess, Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Landon Doll, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller Drinksmith Joey Webster, and we have a new executive producer
Got a
this
new
week.
one. Got a new one.
So
I want to
thank
work on a
you
title. Yep.
so much to Derek Page, our newest executive.
Pope, I'm about to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. My glasses. I got to get my eyes checked. My glasses aren't working right. I apologize. Derek Pope, I'm so sorry.
He was in my stream when he said, "Hey, I'm on your list now."
Nice. I've got an idea for his title. I know you're over there working on it,
Oh,
but I
please.
think his title should be Sandwich. I think it should be Derek Pope Sandwich. We have a Sandwich Pope, and now we have a Pope Sandwich.
Good.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I'd just like to throw that out as an idea.
I need my.
I feel like if he's
The
giving
Pope
you that
Sandwich
much, you
Derek.
should
The
consult.
Sandwich Pope
Sandwich
Phil.
Derek. I do like the Pope Sandwich Derek.
and just want to say, Derek,
in that order.
Derek Pope, I am going to take some of that money that you've donated to us and get my eyes checked because I completely read your name wrong, and I do apologize for that. We also do have another honorable mention donor. This is not an executive producer, but we did have some Dylan Self. Is that correct? Am I
Dylan
reading that
Self.
Right? Okay.
Dylon.
Up there.
Dylon. Top 5 new donors of this episode.
Technically the largest increase we've had from anybody in a long time from Dylan. So the big donation increase there.
Thank you.
you
Very much.
so much
Yes.
to all of our donations, all of our donors for all of your donations. One of these days, I'm going to get through this without sounding like I've never done it before.
I think you do a great job.
It's more charming. No, you do a great job, dude. Yeah. It's
Thanks,
like me
guys.
worrying about how I say my eyes sometimes.
Yeah, no worries. All right, here we go. I'm done.
I trust you so much that I sent you a screenshot from my inbox. I just realized I didn't even think about it. It could have been anything. It could have been anything in this inbox.
I have trouble with looking outside of big red circles.
Yeah, good. It worked. The red circles worked. He didn't see all of the Piss Taster stuff that was in my inbox.
Melissa told me today one of her classmates was sharing an embarrassing dating story that she'd been dating this guy for a week and meant to send her a picture of like her son at a rodeo because the guy she was starting to date was in the rodeo. She accidentally sent him a link to her entire Google photo drive. So everything she had, he was like, he has access for 24 hours.
What was
I don't
in
even
there?
know what the. I don't want to go through it. Is what she said. I don't even know. There could be nudes, but I have a medical family, so there's pictures like this rash on my ass. There's all these. So
That could be anybody's ass.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, that's true.
Damn, there's no way to shut that down.
Family
or
drama,
anything?
after 24 hours is apparently that's when the link expires.
Google's like, nah, it's too much fun.
Let's see. Our theme song is "Moves" by Sycamore Drive. Link to that attack in the show notes at TADPOG.com. How you guys want to close this out?
That's your favorite state.
Oh, God. Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what my state sounds like.
Until next time. Oh my
Hey,
God!
tropical Capricorn.
I mean, you take that I-40 over to the S-80, it's gonna be jammed.
I'm tropical Capricorning over here.
It's terrible.
Let's all get into it, but play with controllers. That'll be like our thing. It's like we're the only people on the planet that play CSGO with controllers. And we can stream it. It'll catch on. I promise it will. It'll get attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a very toxic fan group.
Here we come, fanboys. We're going to ruin shit for all of you. And you're not going to know which ones of us are the fucking controller players.
I'm not going to lie. You saying that, I mean, really, like,
we're getting into
that could
fuck
be like
everybody else
that could be
up.
like a one video fun thing where it's like if we get one kill with a controller,
I'm gonna spend all my money in every round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break
no
every
eco at
fucking
all.
rule. No eco, no nothing.
But here's the thing though, if we're running just controllers, we just SMG every fucking round. Because I mean, if you're gonna get a
Spray
kill,
and pray.
it's gonna be with the SMG. So
no, we have to use sniper rifles
Yeah,
exclusively.
All
just
sniper
the op,
rifles
nothing but the op.
with controller.
Because then you have the suspense of like, is this going to happen? And then eventually it's going to happen.
Right,
It's just-
odds.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
you put
a-
enough time in, it's going to happen, and then you have a big payoff, and people are going to love
See,
that
what's
shit.
going to happen though? See, I've gotten good at playing with a controller, so I'm a decent Widowmaker in Overwatch
there you go.
with a controller. So I might do okay in CS:GO with a controller, and then I'm going to make sure they all know,
Right.
I'm playing with a
Right,
controller.
absolutely.
You just got shot by a guy playing with a fucking controller.
Using these sticks, motherfucker.
You just got sticked, not stuck, sticked.
Sticked.